punishment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Barza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Gisonshin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil.
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Barza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Yi Shin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain, so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the final Monsoon Siege 2026. And today we are in the main event. That is our grand final. It's between two Nepali giant Aura Esports versus Team Evergreen Esports. And like a lot of people, they're just saying it will be a one-sided game or whatever it could be. But as a caster, we do expect a tremendous, outstanding match, a complete fight between these two Nepali giant. One came from direct from the lower bracket, which is the common rule in this type of format, and one they just dominated the entire tournament. They totally bashed the Bangladeshi team. So unfortunately, in the grand final, there is no Bangladeshi team in the main event. So yeah, I guess Nepali viewers they're just quite happy to say like they don't have any tensions. So you guys can raise your flag and support one of these teams. And I guess definitely many people will go for the or esports because I personally as a caster, I'm casting since 2020 and I'm watching them since 2022. They are outstanding. They are outstanding. Yeah, Hiko, Mashra, Bobby Bob, like I know them for a very long time. All right, so that being said, so I'm your host for today from Caster Desk. I'm your host Walker Mahmood, and Caster Desk. Sudan is here, and also Seo Groy came for a very long time. So, all right, guys, give your thoughts. Starting things up with Seo.
hmm Uh, to be honest, I know a lot of players from Aura Esports, but personally, I'm always against them. I want another team to win. Always, Aura Esports. I know a lot of the
Mhm.
players from personally, and they are really good. But I still want Evergreen to win because we need new faces in MLBB. To be honest, in Nepal, but Aura Esports, being Aura Esports, they have that advantage. They are grinding day and night, and they are showing why they are dominant right now. So I think Aura, they are really good, but I still want Evergreen to win.
So, Sudan.
Yeah, Walker, I would say I want the same thing. I don't want a team from Nepal to dominate in every tournament. I want some team to compete against them. And yeah, we might get, some haters if we defavor the team Aura Sport. But that's the truth. If you are supporting Aura, team Aura, and if you want them to be in the higher stages, you have to be against them as well sometimes because that's how the ecosystem of MLBB will be developing. There will be more investors for the teams. There will be, even the developers will be focusing on more events for Nepal or the South Asia in a whole. So yeah, I would like to, deliver the message to all of the fans out there of Team Aura. Sometimes try switching the teams as well if you want the ecosystem of MLBB to develop in Nepal or in the whole South Asia region.
Absolutely, absolutely. That does make sense. And I know you guys want to see some new faces and new teams in the Nepal. There's a one thing that Corona's completely cleared about Bangladesh or even Nepal. That is, there is one single team, the team regularly dominating the entire country. So the same thing happened with Nepal. So maybe they just changed their name, but the same team, like the Aura Esports, yeah, Hiko, Mashara, Bobby Bob, Gunnigan, the same lineup, same team. They're just literally dominating every single tournaments in Nepal. All right, so here we go. Our Kiroro. Kiroro, I'm gonna say the same thing to you, bro. Like, would you just do the same message to your partner? Like, you just type a hell of a thing. Like, it's too long to read. Never mind, just try to make it short. I don't think so. Like, you just message your girlfriend like this big. So just try to make it short. Like, I'm just saying the same thing to Corona. Like Corona said, you can do that with your partner. Okay, so you go on.
Mm.
You
I
better
don't
read
have nothing
that.
to say. I think he's just being humble. Yeah, he just wants to play. But especially in yeah,
Yeah.
especially in the lower bracket
Um,
finals, he wasn't that much humble. But
Same thing
still,
for Masharab.
Masurab, I mean, he is one of the humble players. I know I know Masurab. Masurab can be toxic sometimes, but most of the time, when I see his stream, he is always cheerful. He is always humble. I might even have to say so. I think both of the teams, they have some humble players. They have some toxic players. I know. So let's just hope those toxicity and those humbleness
Mhm.
combines
Yeah.
together, and we hope that we can get a amazing best of 7 games between these two amazing teams.
Yeah, even
Yep.
we need toxicity sometimes to, add the spiciness in the community to grow the community. By the way, this is the finals bracket, the playoffs bracket. We have already reached the grand finals of the Monsoon Siege. What we can see just in the playoffs only. All right, Sports and Evergreen Esports, they have already met twice, and this is going to be the rematch of the playoffs match number one in
Yeah.
between the team All Right Sports versus Evergreen Esports. The match number one was best of three over, Evergreen Esports. Maybe they didn't get that chance to adapt to the play style of the team All Right Sports, but now they have already read their play style, their hero pool. They have been observing that. In fact, they have been observing the playstyle of the team Aura for very long, as Aura Sports are very consistent. And this time in the grand finals is the time for the team Evergreen Sports to show that they are here to compete against the team Aura Sports. They are worthy enough to compete against the team Aura Sports.
Absolutely. Like, you know what? They have faced each other for a very long time. Even in this tournament, they have faced each other like the best of dream game. So I guess they r- they know what they're doing against them. So definitely, I guess they're gonna have some strategies, and they will need some ultimate strategy if they want to pull things off against the Aura Esports, like one of the best team in Nepal. So there is two things. Like the first positive thing is like you know how to handle this team. So because you already faced them a lot of times and you played in the same tournament, I guess in the first phase. So yeah, you guys know what you guys are doing here against them, especially. So I'm just expecting some a very good draft from the side of Team Evergreen Esports. Like a lot of supporters, they're just supporting them positively. This is want them to win and dominate against Team Aura Esports. So let's see. Kicking things up with the draft, CEO Groy, go on.
Hmm. All right, they are opted to go for first pick Melissa, which is really really good. Is she is one of the marksmen, I think one of the top marksmen right now. This Melissa. Countering
Yeah.
that, they have opted to go for Nolan and Uranus. So some tankiness and some burst damage. That is really so far the drafts are pretty good. I might even have to say because with Nolan they can force early. With Uranus being tanky as the game progresses on, they can open a lot of map. But let's hope they counter it with Melissa, not Melissa, sorry, Matilda. So we might even see Barats right now, right here.
Mhm. Possible chance to see a Barats. All right, so Ori Sports Musharraf, still wondering what he. Ah, okay, so here we go. Like there is a dinosaur in the lineup. Don Barats is a very good pick, like undoubtedly. And the positive thing about their draft, I mean, Aura Esports, they have already banned out the Belric, which could be the great threat against Melissa. So as you were just securing Melissa, then you just must have to go for the Belric ban, which is a very good ban. I would say probably, definitely, like, very good tactics is going on from their side, especially for the draft. And in the other side, like the Evergreen, they have banned out Valentina, and also Yahiko's Fanny. Like Yahiko with Fanny. Oh no, that is dangerous.
Mhm. I'm also expecting Hayabusa ban this time because he have just recently been
Mhm.
toned up a little bit. He isn't ultimate reliant after this very new patch. So I guess there is Hayabusa coming up from the team Evergreen Sports in the band six in the last ban. But okay, we can see the Valentina. Even though the Matilda could be flexed in the mid lane, well, it's really safe to ban her out because they can still flex that Matilda to the roaming position. I wasn't expecting that hardly. All right, maybe
Early
it's because of
preparation, I
the
guess. Mhm.
burst potential of Harley, because
Mhm.
Nolan, he could go for the flank, but nowhere out of nowhere the Harley can pop out of the burst and he can burst down Nolan.
I think here for Evergreen, I think the safest pick here is to pick this Claude, right? Because with Claude you could purify as well, and with purify you don't get ganked easily, as well as with BMI you have lots of mobility. So I think this is one of the best picks for Evergreen. is the way
Right. All right. So, right. So,
Killing spree! Hold on, Uranus! Pasha! We need you!
Divine judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout pushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer.
all right. So, the draft is set. It is the It is the final. It is between Diora Esports versus Evergreen. And before we just kick things off, let's see which team has the last lap. Monsoon Siege 2026, and there is a grand final. Sports versus Evergreen.
Mhm. So speaking of draft, I think both of the teams have drafted really, really well. I thought Lydia was gonna come from Aura, but they opted to go for this Zusin, which is still really, really good. That early game pressure, that early game CC capability is really, really good from this Zusin. And with they have closed out with Suyu as well. So both of the teams have really good early game pressure. So the question is who is gonna take that first blood and who is gonna start snowballing? That is the question. Because with this draft, both of the teams will be looking for those snowballs. And it's just I can already see a really really good match from both of these teams.
Yeah, both of the teams looks equally strong in terms of the drafting. While with that Atlas, they have already managed to force out three of the Purify, and so does the team Aura Sports. Okay, they have also managed to force Purify for the three of the players of the team Evergreen Sports. With that, Barats and just maybe Barats alone. That's huge respect given by the team Evergreen Sports. I don't think giving that much of respect was necessary. What do you say, Suk?
Hmm. Exactly. I think that looking at the draft Evergreen, knowing that they have a really good early gun comp, they have already opted to go for those early trades, and already we can see that Evergreen took that small camp up top. So it's that's those small things it builds up, as the build of the storm. So that is really really good. First turtle is gonna come up. Both of the teams will be looking for this first turtle. Master up already level 4. Keroro is not level 4 yet, so this might come in as a bad situation. But let's just see. Johan already looking for some angles as well. Mid lane they are still pressuring, or I suppose will be the one who will start this first turtle, and rest of the team have yet not come from Evergreen.
Oh, the turtle is already low on SP, and that's Yahiko who will secure the first save. Turtle Kero getting knocked up, but that's the Purify coming handy for the escape. And now we can see Heise and Pifeng, they seems to be interested in those invasions, but Locke is already there to stop those invasion. And well, Johan, he is onto his usual farming rotation.
We couldn't see how Keroro could not get to level 4, but Keroro being Uranus should have been able to get level 4 early, but I don't know what happened that early. Keroro not being level 4 didn't he couldn't open the map really good, so that was a really bad situation for the Evergreen to go in just like that. So still or I suppose they get the turtle, but Evergreen doesn't give out any good, so that is still a little bit good for the side of Evergreen as well. So let's just hope Evergreen doesn't overcome it, because with Heise full on diving in, they have a really bad chance, because Lock with that heal is always going to be there. The Lock with that shield is always going to be there. So Heise really needs to think who he has to pick off, because if he picks off any bad people, I don't think Evergreen can come back if they go on full dive.
Yeah, exactly. Evergreen Sports, they have to be very careful. Oh, the facts are coming from Johan. Locked with 1 bar SP. Will be surviving. Maybe they are looking for another gang on the top lane. Gonigon looking all alone. Dash is already with the happy crossbow from Gonigon with the purification, but that's not gonna help him. And that's the first blood for Johan. I mean, even when the first turtle have been already taken, and that's the fight before the second turtle, the first blood was just recently taken. I'm really surprised about that, how disciplined these two teams are playing today.
Exactly. Plus, Aura Sports losing out their goal in at the first 5 minutes. I think it's still bad for Aura Sports, but still let's just see. They have already come up for the second turtle as well. Keroro is still tanking in some damage. Master up tanking in a lot of damage as well. He still has that Detona's welcome to go in, but Keroro is still zoning the people out for now, as Heise is really bad spot. He has to commit for that one of the members, but Master up gets taken down by Johan for now. Yahiko is still trying to go in on the other side. Lock. Guiding Wind, rest of the Guiding Wind trying to go in. Let's just see.
So few Purifies have been procced over there. We can see the Soul Seal from Yahiko instantly bursting down Heise, who was low on HP. The turtle left uncontested, while the team Aura Sports will be winning. And no, the turtle Dash is getting ganked over there, knocked up, and Yahiko will be executing him. Probably they'll be able to get the top in tier 1, but team Evergreen Sports, they are trying to keep the pressure on the mid lane so that they will have to leave the top in tier 1, but no. Gonigon isn't going to leave it alone. Gonigon have already destroyed the top lane, tier 1, in the 5th minute of the game.
Exactly. Exactly. This is the scary part about our esports. They know how to extend that lead, because with that single turtle fight, they have all. They took down tier one turret, they took down turtle as well as they two kills onto Yahiko as well. That was really really good. Evergreen still Johan is trying his best with that 200 KDA, but still let's just see. Our esports they have that advantage of up top because of that early tier one turret. So I think it's gonna be really hard for Dash to farm. They have to. I think Evergreen they have to. Uh, exchange the lane, I guess, for now. But let's just see Evergreen. They have
Johan?
that advantage. Oh, Bob almost gets taken down. But as I was saying, Evergreen they have that advantage of huge engagement coming in from Heise. So let's just hope Heise can do really,
Lock,
really well.
lock.
Heise pulls one of the member back, but without Didna's welcome, he somehow survives for now. Johan is in a really bad spot right here. Misses that. Misses his ult for now as Locke is still trying to go in. He might go in less and he takes the kills as well. But Locke might be in trouble as Kero on the other side tanks a lot of damage. But still, Locke trying to escape. Yahiko is going to be there to protect his teammate. And for now, Aura Sports, they are slowly and steadily building up that lead for now.
Yeah, and they even couldn't trade back for the lock. His mobility was very troublesome. Lock once again going in. Daz is getting locked into Yahiko, chasing him down, but that Ducati, Yahiko, you can't chase a bike on your foot.
Exactly. But let's just see Evergreen where they have the I suppose they are slowly and steadily building up that lead for now. The another turtle has been spotted. Evergreen will start that turtle for now. Master still providing some visions as well as on the other side Hersey has provided some visions. So for now Evergreen will take that turtle for now. But still Aura Sports they have that advantage. The bot lane as well as top lane tier 1 turret has been taken down by Aura Sports. So that means a lot of map has been open for Aura Sports. So they can take that advantage. But Evergreen what they need right now is the big engagement coming in from Heise right now. So Heise he has to play it really really carefully and he has to start making that plays which Atlas is known for. So let's just hope Heise can do. But on the other side, or I suppose they are doing what they can do best. They're just picking off people. They are doing really really good in terms of farm and those small mistakes from Evergreen, they are punishing them hard right now.
Yeah, and I think Keroro all alone. He's with the purification for now, but won't be using that to just escape because that's Uranus for you. Lock once again opening up the vision. I say looks pretty low on HP. I'm not sure why he is that much poked right now. I think he should be retreating as of now. Probably trying to open up the vision before Gonigon marches in with those minions because they have to make sure those boosts aren't camped at all.
And Johan already. These two players are always stay split pushing. As you can see, Johan is always there. Yahiko is always there on a one-game situation as well as. For the rest of the team, they are just trying to farm as much as possible and provide as much as vision as possible for now. But Gonigon's damage, you can see, Gonigon is really farmed up right now. Keroro gets almost less than 50% HP with that single engagement. So that shows how scary Gonigon has become. So Evergreen, they have to be really really careful from the Gonigon and the damage he can do right now. So let's just see 10 seconds for Lord and both of the teams will be looking for this first Lord of the game. But I suppose they have that advantage, and judging from Gonigon's damage, they have a huge advantage right now. Haven't seen a lot of damage from Dash yet, but let's just see. Let's hope Dash has that.
Ooh, they are going in. His Locked was spotted on the top lane, but they couldn't force out the fight over there. Yahiko was missing and he had been revealed by Heise. Now the team Alright Sports have grouped up. The top lane seems to be in the pressure of the team Alright Sports. The team Evergreen Esports, they are trying to play it passively. Well, they are retreating as of now. Maybe they are trying to save the mid lane tier 1.
So let's just see. I think he needs to not be present on the map, right? Because Heise being present on the map shows how to counter basically engagement coming in from Evergreen. So let's just see Johan and Heise in a really good spot right here. Heise goes in, can't see any people for now.
Gonigon will already fall there. Master Up looking low on SP. There is the purification. Bobby will be taking down Ice Das in midst of 3 players. Won't be able to survive anymore. And that's the 2 of the golden is being traded. But Ice, that's the bonus. But oh, there comes the fracture. But Kano will want to secure the kill. I guess that's a bit of, drag off for for Johan, but it's fine. They managed to catch lock.
Johan with that clutch play coming in as Aura Sports pretty much won out that game, but still won out that fight. But still, Johan with that pretty clutch play really did as well. But oh, instant Bob gets instantly bursted down by Johan, and it's a really huge advantage for Evergreen as they can take this lot as they have that man advantage for now. But let's see, Masterab still providing a lot of vision for now. Yahiko has to come in. Maybe they will give out this lot for now. So Johan takes the lot for now as Masterab is getting poked quite a lot for now, and they will back off for now. But Evergreen playing really, really well right there, and Johan especially playing really well.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, maybe we can smell a fight over there in the bot lane. Retribution has been dropped down onto Johan by Yahiko. Okay, what if the jungler's name starts from Y, so it's kind of bit of confusing. But well, even though Yahiko was there, he is a hybrid kind of, pick. The Suyo is a fighter, even assassin, but he was getting bursted down by Johan. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Once again, another commitment in the bot lane. Yahiko. Once again, I messed up with Yahiko and Johan.
Exactly, but that was really well read. But still, Johan with a bit of a mobility just goes away. Because or I suppose they had that thought, because Johan was always bit pushing, so they had the chance to catch Johan. But still, Johan being Nolan, he has a lot of dashes and he has a lot of mobility, so he uses that mobility quite well. So for now, Evergreen, they have their advantage. They have pushed out a lot of turrets, and Evergreen, all they have to do now is just farm, right? Because in terms of farming, they can if Dash farms really well, Dash can melt a lot of people. As the same goes for Gonigon, but still Gonigon with so much dive potential coming in, Gonigon just can't stay put and dish out a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Dash, he can just move, he can just kite and do a lot of damage as well. So they have that advantage, but still, Dash, his positioning has been quite questionable so far in this team fight. So Dash, he has to take really careful, because Johan, he is doing his best. He has been picking out really good picks
from Johan and Seige, but they won't be able to draw burst down anyone. Yeah, he goes into low on SP, but there is the counter engagement. It does welcome on to KO. Obviously, the Uranus won't be taken down by Bobby. He will be taking down Isen with that Matilda. Luck will be bringing him back. Once again, Johan will be going in for those 4 damage just to save Keroko. They were losing Isen, and they have fallen back for the disengagement.
The way they I don't know what they even had to say, but Keroro is getting quite strong. And I was just saying, Aura Esports, I don't know how they didn't get any damage. I think it was luck with that lot of shields and a lot of heals. But Evergreen, I thought it was a really good engagement coming in from Evergreen. But somehow that damage kiting from Aura Esports was top notch, and they are one of the toughest team for a reason, because they know how to fight and they know when to fight. So Evergreen, they have to try really hard if they have to beat Aura Esports right now. But Aura Esports, they are behind, but it doesn't seem like they are that much far behind, because with
top lane seems to be the outnumber situation. Dash with the Purify. He'll be but he won't be able to kite anymore. He'll be taken down by Yahiko Keroro. Even though he is a Uranus, he won't be sustaining those damage from 3 players. But in the other side, Johan have already taken down the Lord, but twice they've been taken down. They might not be able to capitalize this Lord anymore. But we can see the lane pressure coming up from Evergreen is posed. The bottom side is posed, top side is posed. Fipping with the Blaxes won't be able to survive anymore. And Team Aura Sports, they are forcing the mid lane. They are going through the inhibitor of the mid lane.
I don't think they can take that mid lane inhibitor for now, as Lord has been spawned and is marching from mid lane, as Johan maybe is looking for some angles. I don't think it will be good if they go in, but Dash has come out as well, and judging from, as I was saying, Dash positioning has been quite questionable, as well as on the top lane. Yes, there was Keroro providing some visions, but still Dash, his positioning has been questionable, so it is really hard to see. But Keroro, he might get taken down right here. Keroro is still tanking in some damage.
Yeah, but, well, even the team, or I suppose they don't want this fight anymore. They might get punished. They know when to take a fight and when not to. And yeah, with that luck, they can go aggressive, they can go defensive anytime. And we've been seeing those guiding wins being very handy for Bobby, even for Gonigon. Keroro looking, oh, he's getting melted by Gonigon. Those Sweet Trinity, it's hurting them. Flock will be taking down the bottle in tier 2. Now they are going for the full engagement. Detona's Vulcan coming in, and that's the Seige getting taken down. But maybe they might fall as well. To the players looking on SP, Keroro trying to chase them down. Das, even with his heavy cluster form, he couldn't follow them. Maybe if they had that, if he had that sprint, maybe he could have. Once again, that's gonna be the circling ego, but luck got punished over there. Master up once again. That's in midst of two players. I'm not sure. Yes, you were talking right. So his positioning seems to be very questionable. I'm not sure why. Even though the team always supposed to have huge mobility with that Matilda and all of the players have some sorts of dash skills, but no, Dash, he doesn't want to be in that safer side. He just want to go in midst of 2 or more players.
But to be honest, Yahiko, he has been playing really well. He knows how to go in and how to go out, and he knows how to target really specific people. But off screen, Yahiko has been taken down. I was gonna say Yahiko, he hasn't been taken down for a while, and that is really good, big advantage for our sports. But Yahiko has been taken down, which is really really big for our Evergreen sports right here. So Yahiko getting taken down means a lot of that bounty has been taken by Evergreen Esports. So Evergreen, they have that advantage. As you can see, there are lots of engagement coming. But Johan getting taken down might be really bad. But he has used that immortality for now. But still, Bob will be the one to take that kill for now.
Yeah, Johan got taken down. Master up once again chasing. That's gonna be Detona's Welcome will not connect to Dash because he's getting saved by Lock, but there's the counter engagement. Lock won't survive anymore. But we can see even the players of Team Evergreen Sports are falling down. With Dash with double, but he's gonna fall to the hand of Gonigon. Yahiko with low SP, but there is no one to deal the damage onto Yahiko. He'll survive, and they will be going for the Lord here. But top lane, probably with that pressure Evergreen Sport, they might not be able to contest this lot. But Keroro, he's trying his best as he knows Yahiko is missing on that victory right now.
Gonigon might be in trouble. He doesn't have that purify, but Masarap and Yahiko is gonna be there to protect their teammates. So Aura Sports, they picked out that fight really, really well. Johan getting taken down, especially from that engagement in the mid, was really, really handy for this Lord right now. And Aura Sports with that Lord has relieved that pressure coming in from Evergreen, back-to-back pressure coming in from Evergreen Sports right here. So Aura Sports, with this Lord, they are going to be really, really scary, especially with Masarap. Masarap used it as welcome. So let's just see. Each and every lane hasn't been synced, so it's not that big deal for Evergreen to defend this Lord, maybe. But let's just see. A Masarap maybe looking for some angles, and Lock is always going to be there. Let's just see.
Maserati is getting low on SP, might not be able to, use his Detona's Welcome very properly, but Bobby is still knocking off some players, dishing out some chip damage. There was some pressure from Evergreen Sports on the side lanes, but Aura Sports with those enhanced minions, now they have the pressure on the top and bottom lane, and they might be able to contest for this base right now. There comes the fatal link from Seige, but there was no damage follow-up for Master Up.
But at the same time, I think that wall really messed them up. That I think they could have done really, really well catching Master up right there. But still, that wall was really, really bad. But Keroro is getting melted quite a lot. They have opted to go dive in full. Seige has that. Seige can't go in just like that. He has that immortality to survive him for some lead. But still, it's not going to be enough as Keroro is taking a lot of damage. Uses that purify. Dash uses that purify just to escape for now. But still, the onslaught coming from Aura Sports, it's really hard for Aura Sports to respond.
Ooh, Keroro looking on SP with that blade says he'll be taken down, but Yahiko got traded back by Johan. We can see Yahiko was taken down, and still the Team Evergreen Esports, they have that number disadvantage. They might not be able to keep up the pressure on the side lanes. Even the Team Aura Esports have started those invasion, even though they are missing out on Yahiko right now.
So lots of trades coming here and there, and to be honest, the jungler from both of these teams are playing really, really good. The EXP, they are tanky as heck, and we can see. And junglers, they know how to target, who to target, and they are just doing really, really well. Both of the junglers, Johan and Yahiko, just gotta give props to them. But still, let's just see. Both of the teams are on a stalemate situation right here. The Lord is going to be really, really crucial. Nobody needs to die, especially before the Lord comes in. But maybe, or I suppose they will be looking for some angles, as they know, as Johan likes to split push, and knowing that, or I suppose, as we can see, they are clumped up on top. But Evergreen, I think they have read out that, so they will be going for that bot. But still, top lane needs to be taken care of, and or I suppose will take care of. I think they will use that minion pressure coming in, but they have already go Evergreen. They have already used that to
Ooh.
start the slot for now.
The top place is already on the pressure from Aura Sports and Evergreen Sports. They have these dead eye situation right now. Lord is already low on SP. We can see Yahiko Sensei kills the Lord. Iso was isolated with that both Daytona's broken, but now he'll be falling down. I don't think Aura Sports need to wait for the Lord anymore, but it's still I think they are waiting for the Lord. Bottom lane is being pressurized by the team Evergreen Sports in this Bob splitting for that minion clearance. Even the master up is marching towards the bot lane. So yeah, they are waiting for the Lord to approach the base of Team Evergreen Sports.
Okay, so alright, sports, they have that advantage, huge Lord advantage right here. So let's just see if Evergreen can defend this Lord or not. With Feifeng, they might be able to defend it, but still or at the dive coming in from our sport, it's really hard for them to handle. Johan gets caught for now, but let's see. Kerero is always there as well. Providing some visions as well. Oh, but Dash gets pulled back. Could have been really, really bad, but Dash somehow survives for now. As Lord is marching and coming in from bot lane, and let's just see if they can win out this game or not.
Yeah, the Lord is marching from the bot lane. We can see Raiko is getting on SP, he's getting zoned out. He's purchasing some time for the team. Johan goes in, but Gonigon will be securing the kill is once again. Okay, Lord is still half on an SP. Keroro with that winter crown is purchasing some time once again, but Bobby once again will be securing the kill. The last wave of minion, will they be able to defend this minions? Once again, Gonigon falls to the hand of Peeping. That's the Titanos welcome into the base. Then comes the Blacksus. Bobby once again claims the kill onto Gas. 2v4 situation once again, and Northern Winter Crown, but that's it. Team Evergreen Sports will be able to defend this base this time, but another wave of minion is approaching the base. Briefing will have to forcefully use that. Oh, that's Johan who uses that Winter Crown. Anyway, that's it. The Team Allied Sports will be securing the game number 1 against the Team Evergreen Sports.
The constant minion, they couldn't handle that constant minion pressure coming in from our Esports. So that was one heck of a match, and finals were the match. So, Wakar, what do you have to say?
Well, I saw a lot of things in the match. Like you can't say confidently that it was a heck of a match because whatever just happened inside the game, I would definitely say like it wasn't in their favor. Like maybe they took 20 minutes to win the game, but the
Mhm.
performance, the Evergreen side, wasn't good enough. Even the team fight, the initiation, the focusing on the objective, every single detail wasn't good enough. Even they were lacking in their own tactics. They just failed to protect the high ground, or even I'm not gonna say like it was a hell of a game. Maybe it took 20 minutes, but still everything was in the favor of Timor Esports. Like to me, if we just give a deep down, if we dive into deep down, then obviously it was a one-sided game. Maybe it took 20 minutes. The most valuable player in the Monsoon Siege Final 2026, that is Bob. Quite, known name and known face to everyone. A player, one of the core member of the Yara Esports who played, the Jushian. He was the MVP. Like, I love it. The way he just played it. Totally plausible. Now that was my thoughts, Sudin. Like, what
Mhm.
about you?
Well, I'm gonna say it was kind of a bit of drafting kind of thing for this game. I would say luck with that Matilda was the key to this game.
Obviously.
Because even though they have the Nolan with those little bit of skill, they can sustain. They can sometimes escape those burst damage coming up from Nolan, and I'm not sure why. I mean, yeah, they forced the Nolan in their first pick. Is their first pick? Okay, that's good. Johan played it really well, but then they left out on that Matilda. They left open that Matilda. Well, when they picked up Nolan with Uranus, probably, yeah, they left out that Matilda, and that was the key. We can even see, the team Aura, they were playing that Matilda
Hmm.
very dynamically. They were going for aggression. They were easily disengaging the battles because of that Matilda only. And those burst damage from Johan, we couldn't see the full potential of Johan because of that Matilda. Those seals coming out from Matilda.
Exactly. I think, and another thing I like to point out is Heise was really hesitant, basically hesitant
Hmm.
towards using his ult most of the time, because Heise, I think he was focused more towards Yahiko and more because he was always trying to target Yahiko, but Yahiko he couldn't just he can't just be like narrow minded and just go on to Yahiko, because there were lots of opportunities, but Heise just went in for Yahiko, and he could have just used that ult. Basically not using that all can be very scary for our iSports to just go and dive in. So he could have used that, or he could have just waited for the right time. He could have just done really really good by utilizing his alt really really good. But still that alt, I couldn't see that much of a really good performance from Heise. But knowing Heise, he's really good. But this match, I think it was really Heise that I really needed to improve. I might even have to say.
Hmm.
Well, well. So we can see our sandbag, rich guy, the carry, and even the wingman. Even let me point out a few more things like in this type of competitive matches, and like as you were saying, Hazy was feeling kind of like he was so nervous to use his ultimate. Even Hazy was hesitating in the match. It's just because like there's a only CC in the team that is Atlas Feral Link, so maybe they just completely preserved their purify. Like that is the major reason, and that is the main reason he just like hesitating to use his ultimate. Like if you're hesitating, and there's an option that he could easily just go for the purify, then like why the hell you just went for the Atlas and even the first pick, Nolan? I usually don't prefer that. Like, and there's a one more thing. Like if you just compared laning against Melissa with Irithel, nah, it doesn't sound right. Like it doesn't sound right. Even I just sometimes feel still you having the crits with the Berserker's Fury or even Hashclaw, if you just give a hell of a chase against, Melissa in the lane, you could just easily you're gonna get beat up with the Trinity. So I guess it's a no match against Melissa with the, like Crit Buster, our Irithel. And if you're just hesitating, then never go for the Atlas. Like if you have so much, doubt on your Feral Link. So that is what I also saw in the match whenever you guys were casting. Like Hazy was just being here and there, and quite unable to create the opening for the team. So yeah, that was like the bad side of team Evergreen Esports. So yeah, definitely in the next game, they will try to bring something new against the Ori Sports. And you know what? Like whenever there's a fight between two teams, one of them was quite dangerous. Like it just happened in Bangladesh also. Like whenever people just used to face against Crisis Recruital, like Vanquish. No, it is not Vanquish. Vintage Victory or Cocktail Supremacy, whatever you just call it. It is the same team like Sarayan, Dash, even a lot of good players. They just afraid to play against them. They just get nervous. They just get nervous to face them. So I guess it's the same thing happening with the Evergreen Esports. They're just so a little bit nervous to face them. And as Sudan just said, no need to afraid, no need to give them over respect. Just beat the hell out of them. Let's see.
Yeah, obviously respecting with three of the purify spells. I don't think that was necessary. Maybe just in the Erythel only. Maybe pairing up her with the sprint spell could have been. a different story
Mm-hmm.
for the game number one, I would say, because lots of time he wasn't being able to escape from those scary situation. I mean, he had that purify all of the time, most of the time, but what to do with that purify? He can reposition himself with that purify. Anyways, let's see what's gonna happen in the game number two. This is the best of seven series. Those whoever are watching right now, we also have some giveaways. You can check the pin comment. You can check the socials of MLBB Bangladesh and MLBB Nepal. You can participate in the competitions. You can participate in the quiz and lots of contests and events and giveaways. But right now, we can see Fanny being banned out by Team Evergreen Sports and Team Aura Sports. They're banning out that militia. Maybe
Melissa.
they are about to pick Pakir or what they say, Walker.
Well, there's a lot of options open here, and yeah, they might go for it. And I'm gonna say just picking up Paquito in the very first week is like it's not necessary, Like if you just go for Paquito, then there's a lot of option to give you a hell of a counter. So I'm not quite sure. And Belric, I guess they will go for a Belric ban or maybe Assassin because they could go for Assassin if they just go for the Assassin like Hayabusa or even Nolan. Yahiko is just quite good at every single Assassin. Like I'm not quite sure. Like a lot of options they have to ban out. So let's see. Yeah, that is what I was expecting. That is what I was expecting to ban out Belric. And yeah, there's a very good ban out, probably.
Mm.
So, what is your expectation, like Soyog, if I ask you, in this match from Evergreen Esports? You were saying in the off air, like you want to see a change, especially because you don't
Mm.
want to see Aurora Sports who keep winning again and again. So, what would be your suggestion, and what kind of drafts you want to see from the Evergreen side? Like, just give your opinion and
I think
expectation
from
from that, and also your
of
suggestion.
course, obviously, I think I want Evergreen Sports to draft well, and but Aura Sports they are drafting really good as well. And judging from these bans, I think Aura and Evergreen, I think they are looking for to trade some heroes because Pakito is still open, Hirara is still open, Barats and lots of heroes. It's still yet to be banned. So Aura Sports will they? Will they ban out this Pakito and give out Hirara and just take what like Barats and all? But oh, Marcel ban. So I think it's gonna be a trade. So what are Evergreen gonna trade with? Because with Hirara it's still open, Bharat it's still open, but let's just see. I think they will go for Hirara, and I think you're right here. Pakito and Bharats could be a really good option, or if you wanna go for another picks, yes, Selena was a really good pick. That early game pressure, especially on the hands of Bob, is really really good. So, ooh, they have opted to go for Uranus instead of Bharats.
All right, Barbat's still is going to be very,
Hmm.
valid here for the team Evergreen Sports because of his resilience. Those stun from Serena is going to be caught in nearly half with those resilience. Uh, and he will be really good against something like Uranus as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, that probably they are going to go for it. But what are they going to pair him with? Will they be going for something in the goal lane? Because okay, they have already banned out the militia right now. But okay, Baraz, we can see that. But maybe even securing the mid lane or the on could be really good.
Oh,
Oh,
so
Oh.
Minotaur wasn't expecting that.
I think it's really good to be honest, because you cancel out a lot of dives coming in from our experts, and knowing our experts, they really love to dive, they really love to engage on that
Mhm.
people. So I think it's Minotaur. It's gonna be really good. Plus that heal coming in from Minotaur, I think it's gonna help Barats quite a lot. So lots of tankiness and lots of sustainability coming in from Evergreen. Whereas Aura, they are looking for some pick offs, I guess. So judging from Serena pick, I think they will complement it with an aggressive roamer as far as I think Aura is gonna pick some
Yeah.
aggressive roamer as
Yeah,
far as I think.
they should be
Yeah.
out out damage the sustain of
Mm-hmm.
the Minotaur. He's really squishy
On the early stage,
kind of a
exactly.
tank. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously something tanky, something aggressive on their roaming lane is very good companion with the Selena, who is already she have those power spikes coming up from
Mm-hmm.
the level 2.
all right. Here we go, Yahiko with Isan Shen. I guess Isan Shen could have a great match against Hirara. Personally, I do feel it's a good pick, and it's like it's something that you should pick whenever there is a Hirara. Like Hirara could just easily jump inside turret anytime and give us slashes, couple of slashes with the fans, and get the immunity, even this the mobility that she has. So if you just want to fight in the lane, then I guess it's a good option. Like having a YSS, you could just open your map, or even you have the mobility. You just have to wait for your passive, trigger the passive. So yeah, it's a very good pick. And like, there's a more pick that is quite open for the side of Team Ori Sports. If they just don't ban like the Evergreen side, there's carry is also waiting to. If you can just go for carry against this team, like you could easily counter Minotaur or even like Barat. So carry could be a good option, and maybe Selena will go for the mesh. So no chance to Lonox should come up in this lineup. So yeah, definitely they could have go for the carry. So it could be a nice pick, like just compared to this draft of
Mhm.
Team Evergreen side.
Yeah, actually, carry will be really good, but they also have the chance to, snatch carry in their first pick because phase in the second phase, Alright Sports will be having the first pick, and
Oh,
considering that they are yet to pick the roaming position, so yeah, they can still wait for it because yeah, they can counter most of the
Mhm.
heroes in the roaming position rather than in from the uh, goal position. And when
Uh,
the frontliners have already been, oh, but I wasn't expecting that the frontliners of the team Evergreen Esports have already been exposed. Or I
oh,
suppose could have gone for the carry first, but okay.
yeah, that could
I
be, yeah.
think with Gatotka's carry might also have a bit of uncomfortableness here, but I still see might be valid here for the team Evergreen Esports.
If you want to go for
Yep.
wombo combo, you could still go for Claude, but carry is yet to be picked. I think Aura knowing that because Evergreen banned out two fighter goal laners because Paquito can be a really good goal laner as well as Ruby can be a really, really good goal laner, and whereas jungler is YSS, most probably they were looking for that fighter goal in. I think Evergreen read out that really really well. So I think Evergreen they have the choice because I think if it's either gonna be a Claude or a carry, but okay, they have opted to go for Irithel still. I don't know about
Hmm.
Irithel this game because last game Irithel was yes, Irithel is a really good pick, but still on the hands of Dash, I don't think I think it's maybe it's his really favorite hero or it's really comfortable. But I think here a Claude or a carry could have been a really really good pick for Evergreen, but still they still can straight with this god as well, so that is really good.
I'm a bit more concerned about the mid laner rather
Mhm.
than the gold laner. We can see there's already Godot Kaza who is the best counter available for the god. But
Mhm.
why even pick god whenever they have those kind of huge aggression on the side of Team Alright Sports?
I
Mhm.
told you. I told you one thing, you guys. Like, whenever you're just playing one of the best team in your country, then you need to have a good control on your nerve. You know what I mean? So they're just messing up. If they lose, then I can say something more about this type of like this type of stuff. Like you're playing one of the best team in Nepal, and that is our esports. They could change their name anytime. They could come Nebula Esports, Space Esports, whatever it is. But you are playing one of the best team in Nepal. Even I just I'm just having question, a lot of questions, just roaming inside my mind, hopping inside my brain. That is why the hell they just went for the gourd or even dash urethral. And yeah, so let's see. Wish him will win the game. Has the last life in the second game.
Yeah, let's see who will have the last laugh. The Team Evergreen Sports versus Team Alright Sports. This is the grand finals of Monsoon Siege Best of 7 World. Game number 1 have already been won by Alright Sports, and they only need 3 more victory against Team Evergreen Sports to get the crown of the Monsoon Siege.
So let's just see what is it gonna be for the side of RI Sports. they have a really good early game, especially with that Selena. And knowing Selena is on hands of Bob, we have seen on the past that he's really good
Oh.
with that Selena. So that continuous abyssal arrow coming in from Bob is going to be really hard for Evergreen to basically utilize, basically negate that the engagement coming in from our Bob.
Mhm. Okay, we could see the Fire Emblem from Obsidia, and recently Obsidia have been toned up. She can even collect those stacks from the turrets, and yeah, still be really good, by the way, and still be getting those extra cells whenever she connects her ultimate onto any players of the opponent. So, yeah, she is. Even stronger. I mean, she was very weak during the early stage of the game, but now she can sustain. And with that Fire Emblem paired up by Gonigon, she can
Mhm.
sustain even more. So let's see how the changes of the Obsidia is gonna impact in the competitive stage, like the grand finals, especially. It is the grand finals, so yeah, it's gonna be really, really interesting match.
Yeah, I think RI Sports, the one thing I think Evergreen can utilize that RI Sports is lacking is that they have a really good early game, but Bob is the only one who is really good on that early game. So if they can uh, outfarm Yahiko, basically, if they can constantly gank Yahiko, or or if they can constantly pressurize RI Sports in their earlier stage, maybe they can do something. But they have a really good counter for that. RI Sports have a really good counter for that, which is going to be that Bob on that Selena. So let's just see first. Oh, first blood in the
Oh,
hands of him.
the aggression from all I suppose that's on another level. Well, Bobby, he's already very, he's already on his power spike, so yeah, he can play
Hmm.
very aggressively, and with those vulnerable maze paired up with something squishy on the room, yeah, they can play very aggressively in this game. But maybe something very aggressive in their roaming position could have been even better, maybe like so, even Hilda. Once again, we can see the first engagement from Yahiko. That's gonna be the Mountain Soccer. Heise getting really low on HP. Yuan is in the scene, but that's already in disengagement from both sides.
But on the first turtle, both Heise as well as Feifeng will not have that flicker. So I think it's going to be really good for our iSports, knowing that they will not have that flicker for that first turtle of the game. So let's just see. And Evergreen, I think first turtle. Let's just see if they can fight it or not. But let's just see if Evergreen has some answers or not. Yahiko still maybe looking for some angles, as well as Bob as well, trying to poke some damage as well. That is a really good turn from Log, and Russo pretty much coming in as well.
Yeah, Masurap, well, he'll be escaping from there. Oh, Bobby, he is controlling the map with those traps. Okay, he's getting most of the map region already with those traps. Alright, he'll be connecting those arrows. Everything will fall. That's the first blood to the hand of Lock. Hoist seems to be getting low on SP. What is surviving anymore is Master Up is going on to him. Master Up secures the kill. Keroro facing 1v2, and he might not be able to survive anymore. That's three players from Evergreen Esports falling for the turtle.
So, esports. That early flicker from Peiping really he paid for that early flicker. Started jumping into Peiping. Peiping died, and Heisei was not able to escape as well. And Kiriro was the only one just providing some visions to basically no one. So they Alright Sports, knowing that they did this fight really really well, and they have already uh, extended their lead quite a lot by now. So let's just see. Alright Sports, they have been playing really well, and if this continues on, Evergreen Sports is gonna have a really really hard time as the game progresses on.
Yeah, they might, obviously, because Shimura, I suppose, they are already with 2,000 worth of gold difference, and with that, maybe they are even in the lead in terms of those itemization. The first item, the sorry, Outer Strike, have just recently been bought by Yahiko. He's already in level 7, by the way, one level ahead of Johan. And Johan just hit that level 6, as we can see the experience around his level number.
especially in that the first turtle fight, I really thought that Evergreen could have won out that fight because Kiroro was already level 4 and Masada was still not level 4. They could have utilized that Detna's welcome quite early, forcing that fight, but Evergreen, knowing that they didn't have flicker, maybe they hesitated whether to fight or not, and they Ori Sports utilized that hesitation quite really well, and they are up ahead for now. Yaiko is already on level 8, but meanwhile on the other side, Johan is still level 6, so it's looking really bad for the side of Evergreen. Their jungler getting this much
Bobby
disease.
is getting on HP. But will be escaping that gank. Luck comes in. There's gonna be 3v3 situation in the mid side. I think Team Evergreen Sports, considering their squishiness during the early stage, I think that's better to disengage right now. But maybe they might be able to catch Master Up as he is all alone. That's taken as welcome. And isolating Master Up won't be enough as he have that purify spell. He'll be escaping with that engagement.
Once again, Abisolaro. That's got to catch that Abisolaro for now, but still, let's just see. Turtle is up for grabs. Kerala is still earning some vision. They will pull on, dive onto Heise, but Heise will flicker out as well. Vaping will get caught by Lock for now, but still rest of the team are already there, providing in some damage as well. Zagonigon will come in as well. It takes that kill onto Johan as well as Heise might be next on chopping block as double kill goes to Bob, and rest of the teams are on shambles right now. Kerala is still tanking in some damage, but I think it's gonna be enough for him to back out for now, but Turtle is gonna go on the hands of Aura Esports.
Obviously, there's no way now the team Evergreen Esports can contest that turtle anymore. They have lost full control over the map and even the game. Bottom lane, Tier 1 will be taken down by Gonigon. Yaiko is simply invading some creeps over there in the bot side. And while we can see Master Up, he's pressurizing the top lane. Johan is going for Sky Piercer. Okay, interesting approach, even though they are a bit behind. But let's see if he'll be able to stack it up.
So let's just see. Evergreen desperately needs a kill on the board, or desperately needs something tangible on board, because Evergreen, they are lacking quite behind. Or I suppose they are out farming them, they are out rotating them. They have on the bot lane, or I suppose has the advantage of that first tier turret being taken down. So or I suppose they are doing everything they can. I think the pieces are falling quite right for Or I suppose. Meanwhile, on the other side, Evergreen, they desperately need something on the board, and look at that dash, might be in trouble.
Ooh, Dash is already stunned with that arrow coming up from Bobby. Locke is trying to keep the pressure with that lane cut in. The rest of the players, they have already taken down the tier 1 turret. Locke taunted one of the four, but there comes the denial welcome, and even the Minion Fury to disengage the battle. Locke alone will be taken down by Team Evergreen Esports, but was that a worthy trade? They lost the tier 1 turret, but at least get one kill onto Locke. So at least they didn't lose much, I would say, but they obviously didn't win that trade.
I think Locke, I think that Locke didn't need to die. I think they have already taken that first tier turret up top. I don't know why Locke jumped in like that. So still a kill onto Evergreen side is really good for Evergreen. But alright, I think they are more than happy to take that trade as well, because Locke being roamer, I think he will be more than happy to give out his life for tier 1 turret. But still, I think Locke didn't need to dive in because they had already taken tier 1 turret. They could have just backed out. But still, another turtle has been spawned, and Evergreen, they are desperately trying something to take on the board. So this turtle might be the one, but who knows? Or I suppose they are very far up ahead.
Yeah, they are very far ahead against the Team Evergreen Esports. Bottom lane seems to be on pressure, so I don't think Evergreen Esports should be contesting this turtle this time. But Quero seems to be too deep into the Aura Esports. He's falling down. There comes the Dedona's welcome with the follow-up of the Minion Fury. I also want to be getting any follow-up. Dash is bursting some players, but his damage isn't enough. Right now, Gonigon will be getting the kill onto Dash, and that's it. Team Alright Sports, they have the access to the Lord. They have taken down 3 of the players of Team Evergreen Esports, and they will be marching to the base of Team Evergreen Esports with the Lord.
Alright, Sports, they are doing really good, and this match looks like a landslide win for Aura Esports as Evergreen. They can't do anything. They I say can't sustain for long. Keroro is looking for some angles, but he can't catch any of the people, and Johan is just not getting any kind of engagement, especially because of Gonigon and his ultimate. So let's just see Master Up. He is it, but obviously it's Uranus, so he will just escape tanking that damage for now. And what I think Evergreen can do right now is Heise needs to be active and just catch any of the people and utilizing facing damage. Maybe they can do something, but oh, look at that. Mashrap is getting quite strong, so that shows that they have some sort of damage, but they have to combat that damage to take some kills, take some. Uh, they take some. I don't know anything on board basically.
Mashrap trying to face her, but okay, he's getting chased. I don't think chasing him will be, of any good for the team Evergreen Sports. The Mountain Soccer have already been used up by Yahiko, all of the 3 lanes. But bottom lane is only in the pursuit of Team Aura Sports. The Lord is marching. They're trying to save the holy defenses of now Yahiko, trying to poke up the damage, and there they go. They have defended the holy defense from the bot lane. But mid lane, tier 2 will be taken down by Team Aura Sports. They're trying to take down the holy defense. Will they be able to?
Damage quite a lot. He will use that damage welcome just to escape for now. Lock maybe looking for some angles as well with those taunts, but no, it's still not gonna be enough. They are still trying to pressurize each and every lane. I don't think they will be able to take inhib turret as there are holy shields still on intact right now. So Evergreen will be able to defend their inhib turret for now. But Aura Sports, they are more than happy. They have taken what they needed. So this is gonna be that mid lane tier 2 turret as well as each and every side tier 2 turret as well. So Evergreen, they are getting choked quite a lot, but Aura Sports, they are doing basically everything they needed to do. They had that early advantage. They utilized that early advantage really good. Gonigon is already on a really good spot right now. He can dish out a lot of damage, and Evergreen just needs to hope that Aura Sports makes some mistake, because without any mistake, I think it's gonna be really hard for Evergreen to come back in this game.
Yeah, it is hard to come back in this game for Team Evergreen Sports, but well, let's see what they have in their pocket. By the way, we have 500 concurrent viewers in our YouTube channel of Nepal, MLBB Nepal YouTube channel. But if we count the likes, I don't think that's 50%. I'm really disappointed in the viewership of Nepal. I'm not sure what's preventing you from doing that, hitting that like button. I don't think that cuts anymore. Anything.
Okay, so I think they will eventually like the stream, right? Because it's gonna be in favor of team. So as long as okay, I give up because that another part is going on, and it's like Aura Sports. It's gonna win out this game as well. Rest of the teams, each and every member of the team is really it's on a really bad spot right here. As Yahiko is on a really bad spot as well. But obviously he will go out for now, and another did not welcome. But I don't think it's gonna be enough as he will speed Master up just away from their base, just to defend that base, and another Lord is up for grabs, and I think Aura Sports is gonna take that Lord easily, and Evergreen, they're just desperately looking for something.
Oh, what is going on? He will take him down, and he still escapes from there. No one over there to do this. This is just Master Up zoning out in the comfort of Gonigon. Once again, if you are watching and supporting the team Aura Sports, like once. And if you are supporting Evergreen Sports, like twice. You have to hit that like button 3 times if you're supporting Evergreen Sports. You can even hit 5 times if you want to support more. Just don't forget to like this stream, okay, guys? If you are new, don't forget to subscribe the channel. If you want the whole MLBB ecosystem to grow in Nepal or even in South Asia, you have to support all of the live streams going on right now. Maybe you can even, when we'll be going to the break, you can browse all of the previous live streams and you can like those streams and you can show the developers that we support the MLBB Esports in Nepal. We need slot, we need more tournaments so that the players of Nepal can refine their skills so that they can, represent their country even more nicely or even more strong in a strong manner.
But still, I think it looked like the game is gonna end. But still, they are trying their best. Lots of damage coming in from Paving, but still the damage is not gonna be enough to kill any of the people. As lots of minions are coming in, as Bob with Adan struggle and Gonigon with a double kill, they will close out this match with a wipeout, and Aura Sports wins another game.
All right. You guys, you know what, guys? I guess the team Aura Esports, not Aura Esports, Team Evergreen Esports, they just want us to go home. Though we're already in home, but they just want to help us. Even they're helping us to end our job as fast as possible. It was a complete a one-sided game, undoubtedly. So yeah, there's nothing much to say. It was a complete domination, abomination, whatever, onslaught, whatever you just call it. It was one-sided, and I was expecting to see something new out of the box, but there, I guess they were mismatching their synchronization with the team wasn't good enough. Even the draft wasn't that much bad enough, but still they were missing something, which was much needed. The synergy wasn't fine. Everything they just messed up, and everything just ended up like being zero from the side of team Evergreen Esports.
Yeah, gonna go on with those bones and needles. He's gonna be the MVP of the game. I think we gotta spam the Obsidia in the ranked games and classic games now. Now that we have seen the potential after the a little bit of buff for that Obsidia. But maybe we all are not going on. Maybe we might not be able to get those MVP. Maybe sometimes, maybe we might be able to get some tokens. But yeah, we can see some improvement of that Obsidia.
Yeah, like the draft. I say the draft was decent. I'm just taking back my word. Like you guys were saying, having some doubt on Dash or even Pipang picking up Gord and even Irithel against his lineup. Siog was saying, and I is returning my word. It was a complete. I'm not gonna say trash because that is totally inappropriate word in this tournament, but it wasn't something that we want to see from a professional team, Evergreen Esports in the big arena, big match against one of the best team in Nepal. This is something that we don't want to see in the regular big matches. And they just win for Pippin win for the gourd or even the same mistake they have made again by picking up a retail against you know though we just picked what is the name of the new hero? I mean the marksman. I just forgot.
Obsidia.
Obsidia. Though he just picked up Obsidia in the very last moment, but still, what securing a marksman, which is not that much good, even you were not quite sure that what you're gonna do with them against them, you shouldn't go for that. Pretty bad draft.
I think the biggest issue was giving up that Selena, because
Ah,
Selena was pressurizing them really hard, and
yeah.
it's Bob on that Selena. Basically, we have seen in lots of tournament that he is really scary on this Selena. Before even
Mm,
Selena was on the meta right now,
yeah.
Selena was really scary on the hands of Bob. So I think giving out that meta Selena, especially in the first phase, I think that really it was like nail in a coffin, basically nail in the coffin for
Nail
Evergreen.
in the
So I
coffin.
think batting out Serena is the way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even the assassins who could flank from the different angle. I think
Mhm.
they need to have something sturdy in their roaming position. That's my personal opinion, by the way. Whenever the front lines can make the space, if they can drag out some the attentions from the opponent side, that's when the assassins who can flank can play, they can sign in the battlefield. But picking up something like miniature, while there's already Selena coming up from the opponent side, just one arrow and trap, you are already losing 15% of HP. I don't think in that kind of composition you'll be able to use the assassins in their full potentiality, full potential.
Mhm.
And maybe I would say that's what happened from the side of Team Evergreen Sports. Yeah, that's the reason I kind of don't like Minotaur that much. If it all depends upon the opponent's aggression too.
It totally depends on the opponent. Like, it just not only Minotaur, but also whatever just pick you have and you're just willing to pick. It totally depends on your opponent, on their lineup, on their on their picks and whatever, on their banning, which is just total drop. Depends on your opponent dropped. So, anyways, diving into the important part that is our draft. And draft will definitely decide the fate of the game. That is what I usually say whenever I'm in the box, in the commentary box. And once again, from the side of Evergreen Esports, they just banned our Fanny at last. And in the other side, there's a Mercil is banned out also alongside Mercil. There's a Melissa. Everyone was talking about Melissa in the comment section. Like, Melissa nerf is coming very soon. Yeah, Moonton is definitely watching because a lot of Moonton stuffs are watching this game even, So yeah, definitely they will go for Melissa nerf and some next patches. And yeah, just play as much as you can because the nerf is quite close to your door. Yep. So kicking things off from the side of Team Evergreen, I guess the first pick from the
But
Evergreen or the
if we talk about the leaks of some few melee heroes getting
yeah.
buffed after a few patches, I don't think toning down militia would do any good because there might not be any backliners who would be very safe. It's only Melisha right now who could be safe against those melee heroes like Paquito. And Paquito is, I guess, he is getting a little
Yeah.
bit of buff. So,
Yep.
okay, I don't think talking about the latter patches is a really good thing here. Let's talk about the game here going on. The game number two was once again taken by Team Alright Sports. In the game number three, Evergreen Sports seems to be in the blue side. Once again, they are prioritizing the Hirara as their first pick. But once we can see the Belleric, he is open. That's Aura. It's snatching him right away.
So I think here Paquito could be a really good pick for Aura as well. But let's just see if they will pick out Paquito or they will go for that median. Because Selena, they have opted to ban out themselves. I don't know why, but I think Selena could have been a really good pick for Aura. But I think knowing how good Selena was, I think they or I thought that maybe everyone would take it on the first pick, so they didn't pick. So they will pick out that Rafaela once again. So that means they will go for once again maybe Oasis kind of jungler or maybe another with that Barats. It's gonna be really really scary. Barats with this Rafaela can be really scary as well. So Evergreen, let's see what are they gonna pick.
Ah, so Novaria, Johan with the Novaria. And the scary part is the aura. They once again they secured the Bellric, and we saw this composition before in many games in the Monsoon Siege. Bellric with Rafaela as a mage. So things are just going too much crazier from the side of Team Aura Esports, and they know what are they doing and what are they about to do in this game. So just make sure in this game, I can also bet on Aura Esports. Even they just locked up the Bellric that led quite many options open from their side. Even they just go for the high DPS marksman. So a lot of options left by picking up the Bellric also. Yahiko, we will see Yahiko playing Hayabusa, which is another threat. I'm gonna talk about a pick. It might sound a little bit weird or maybe on meta, whatever you just say. Uh Menesita, if they just go for the Menesita, then or even Ruby could be a good option for them. It could have been a good option, I guess, to counter high mobility heroes and assassin like Hayabusa.
Mhm.
I can bet once again. Just write it down about the Aura Esports. They're winning again.
Yeah, but well, if they will be forcing out Ruby and Golden, I don't think they'll be having that much of constant damage to
Uh,
mm, take down the players of Team Aura Sports. Yeah, they can play defensively with Golden
oh,
Ruby.
they already
Right?
have Uranus, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, but still, we have seen Ruby in the golden
in the goal lane.
multiple times, even in the global stages, and yes, he's still valid. But I don't think in this game because they have some kind of poke damage in their mid lane, and even even in the jungle lane is also kind of poke and go back, go in, poke, go back, that kind of um, jungler. So yeah, they will be losing out on those constant damage.
So let's just say Bharat's is still up for grabs. So Bharat hasn't been banned yet. So alright, they can pick out that Bharat save because they have that first pick and they can still live out that golden because there are lots of opportunities to pick other goldens as well. So they have opted to go for Paquito ban. So Bharat's still open, still looking really scary as well as with other heroes. If they pick out other heroes which can do a lot of rip damage, alright, it's looking really scary right now. Meanwhile, on the other side, Evergreen, it's kind of good, but it's really hard to pull off this draft really good with another layer of damage coming in from aura with this heal constant sustain coming from aura. I think it's going to be really hard to counter that draft, but let's see if Evergreen can do something or not.
All right. So now the big question mark that is, yeah, I was wondering, but one thing I was quite sure they'll go for a high DPS marksman. But I wasn't sure about this Moscow, but it could be a good pick because you already secure Belric, which is a common thread of all marksmen. High DPS marksman's common thread, like father of all high DPS marksmen and high fire rate marksmen. That is Belric. That has been secured from their side. So yeah, but the Moscow problem is the range is quite slow. Like until you just go for your core, that is Malefic gun. You are not increasing your lens range. I mean, so whatever the dash with the clean, I love this pick personally. So if they want to charge this game, then clean could be a potential potential pick from this side. Like I do love this pick.
Yeah, but Evergreen Sports, I'm not sure what they are up to about that
Yeah.
whole team composition. Yeah, Gatot Katsa, he can be played defensively. He can be used as the disengagement tool for their team. But if they are to go all out for the 5v5, I don't think they have that kind of composition.
I think this Clint was is a really questionable pick. I mean, even have to say, and Gatut Kacha as well. I don't know. Evergreen's draft is not gonna lie all over the place. Some of the drafts feels like a full 5v5. We want a team fight kind of draft, and some picks says we just want to poke and just stay away as far as possible. Evergreen draft is looking, it's all like it's all over the place. Meanwhile, on the other side, aura draft, it's a really good draft because considering the fact that they have lots of sustainability, they have healing, they have lots of burst potential, and for late game they have Moscow as well. So aura's draft is looking really scary. Meanwhile, on the other side, Evergreen's draft, it looks kind of shaky. I don't know what they're trying to do, but let's just hope that Evergreen can do quite well with this draft because they are the players and they know what they are doing. So let's just hope Evergreen does well. Meanwhile, on the other side, Aura's draft is looking really good.
Yeah, and we are here in the game number 3 of the grand finals in between the Evergreen Esports versus Team Aura Sports. This is Monsoon Siege, the tournament of South Asia, the community tournament, which have the huge prize pool of 240,000 diamonds. And Team Aura Sports already with 2 wins in this matchup against Evergreen Sports. They are already in a kind of comfort state. Evergreen Sports, they still have a long way to win this tournament against the Team Aura Sports. We also have some giveaways worth 5,000 diamonds and 15,000 worth of skins. You can participate in those giveaways from the comment section, from the official handles of MLBB Nepal and MLBB Bangladesh.
see Dash is still trying to poke some damage as well. Luck is already there to provide support to Gonigon. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kiriro and just already are farming as well, just trying to get to level 4 as fast as possible. For now, if on the first turtle, I think it's gonna be Aura because they have that advantage. Unless Peiping gets a really good early game poke, I think it's gonna be really hard for them to fight this first turtle. Consider the fact that they don't have quite a lot of damage. Yes, Johan can dish out some damage, but consider the fact that they have lock with that constant healing Yahiko with that huge burst. I think it's gonna be really really good for our Esports if they force out a fight on this first turtle. So let's just see it. 10 seconds on the turtle, and Evergreen and Aura Esports both are looking to fight for this turtle. Meanwhile, Aura, they are trying to get some kills first, I guess.
Yeah, oh, I say, since you're getting stunned over there.
Ooh, big damage.
Oh, Johan! What the first blood? He nearly bursted down two of the players. And now they have the opportunity to take down the turtle number one.
Johan with a beautiful burst coming in as well. Yahiko is trying to go in, but I don't think he can go in as Lock is also trying to escape as well. So the team are on the shambles right now for the side of Aura Sports as Evergreen. They take the first turtle as well as the first blood, and Evergreen, they are looking really good, especially Johan with a huge burst.
Yeah, Johan. With that Kirara, he already... Oh, once again, Faping with his burst against Lock. And if Lock keeps on getting hit with those spear, he won't be, able to keep the map pressure. If we look closely onto the lineup of Team Aura Sports, they have Eudora, they have Hayabusa, and even if Lock gets poked that feel hard, I don't think they will have that mid control in this game. And Johan, yeah, he should be playing very aggressively during this early stage of the game. If they want to win this game, if they want to keep that upper hand in this game against Team Aura Sports.
Heise is getting really low. That Shadow is not going to be enough to kill. But look at on the other side, Bob is in a really bad spot. But that Lock Seal is going to come in handy to save them for now. As Master Up, it gets taken down. Master might get taken down as well, but he will survive for now. As rest of the team will fall back for now. As it could have been a really good kill for the side of Everyone, but on the other side, Das gets taken down.
Yeah, Das he lost 1-on-1 against Gonigon. Okay, they might be losing. Oh, I'm not sure who took that scavenger grab, but well, that was nice try from Pefing. Johan, yeah, he is going aggressive with that Sky Piercer. Build up his first animation in that Hirara. Lock is getting 20, and that's another kill. Johan secures it against Lock.
That was a really good combination. Poker coming in from Feifeng and that CC along with Johan's huge burst damage. That was a really good combination. But and another turtle might go on the hands of Evergreen Esports right here as Heise is there to provide some vision as well. And Kiriro going in to provide more visions, deep vision. So right there. And another poke coming in from the Feifeng onto the side of Bob. And it's looking really good for Evergreen. They are playing their cards really, really good. We doubted the draft, but now they are doing really good on this draft as Gonigon might get taken down as well.
Feifeng secures the kill, Master Up all alone, but I don't think they will be over-engaging here. Oh, I say overstayed there, but maybe all because of those stuns coming up from Team Aura Sports, and they got a kill onto Heise. And Yahiko, he's trying to pull this game to the later stage of the game. He's already onto those split pulls while Team Evergreen is pushed down onto the mid lane tier 1. And if they cleanse it, they will be having the whole map access to the Aura Sports.
But I think they couldn't take mid lane turret, but they will lose out that top lane tier 1 turret for now, as Kiriro was always there to provide some visions as well as some pokes as well. But they are still trying to go in for this mid lane tier 1 turret, I think. So they are trying to go for some kills as well. Let's see another providing some visions.
Yeah, AOZ playing defensively or offensively. We can see even the Wrath of Var came and Master Up with Flicker will be able to survive that situation. He was very low on SP, but we can see Evergreen Esports, they also didn't lose any trade. Maybe they might have a chance to force out the mid lane tier 1 right now, right here.
They are still trying to zone people out for now. And another poke damage coming in onto Lock. Lock is in a really bad spot. He has to recall for now as Team Aura, they will lose out on this purple buff for now. Evergreen, we doubted their draft, but they are playing really good with this draft. That constant poke from long range, and if the Aura Sports decides to fire, there is always going to be Heise with that taunt, and as well as Johan with that huge burst of damage. So they are playing their cards really, really good. But let's just see if Aura Sports can do anything or not. Fei has to flicker away, just escape from Bob right now. So Bob doesn't have that flicker. Huge news for the side of Evergreen Esports.
Yeah, obviously, Evergreen Sports, they are currently in a very good spot, but Valentio 1 is getting pushed by Das. He will secure it slowly. Evergreen Sports, they are trying to, enlarge this snowball against Team Ori Sports. Whipping, helping to clear out that purple buff really easy for Johan, and that's how they are doing that teamwork. They are helping each other to snowball against the Team Ori Sports.
So let's just see. Masarab is in a really good spot, but still no team members on the side, so he will have to escape for now. As Keroro is still trying to zone people out. For on the other side, Heise is still trying to go in maybe as well. Rest of the teams are in a really bad spot, so they have to escape for now. As it's a really bad spot. It's a really bad spot for them to fight. As Johan is on the other side of the map, so they will pull back for now, as they will take that top lane first tier turret for now. As Evergreen Sports, they are slowly and steadily building up that lane.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
All right, Heise seems to be in trouble there. We can see the Rat to Brad coming in. They're trying to pick up Heise. That's the side kill, but Heise with AOZ, but Yahiko! What are we going on to hold that quad saddle? Does will be trading that kill onto Locke, and Johan, he's trying to go for the chase. Yahiko all alone against three of the players. Will he be able to survive? Beautiful spear, and Keroro seconds it onto Yahiko.
Zach, that was really, really well played from Evergreen. Yahiko getting killed is really big, as well as Gonigon is getting poked as well. The Land said AOZ, but he will not commit down to that AOZ for now, as rest of the team are still trying to dish out as much as late as possible. So let's just hope Evergreen can do really well. But I suppose they are doing really good as well, as they will take down Keroro for now. A much needed kill for the side of Ori Sports.
Yeah, at least they traded back with something. The frontliner of Team Evergreen Sports, who have been the annoyance for the Team Aura Sports. Let's see, now that the lot is up, but it's still the Aura Sports, they are way behind 4,000 gold against Team Evergreen Sports. Will they be contesting this lot? And Yahiko, even with that difference, he's going for a Sky Piercer. Will he be able to stack it up as Team Evergreen Sports? Most of the players are really looking really hard to catch. Maybe Daz can be a good target for Yahiko, but rest of them, I don't think Yahiko will be able to get them.
So let's just see, a lot has already started Evergreen, as the two of the tankers members are still trying to zone Ori Sports out. Masterap getting quite a lot of poke damage coming in from Dash. Might be able to take details, but they will play disciplinary and they will fall back for now, as Heise uses that AOZ defensively just to get out. Meanwhile, on the other side, Gonigon will push out that tier 2 turret as well. So Ori Sports, they are just trying to get something on board, and their tier 2 turret, which is not being which will not be taken down by Ori Sports for now. As Evergreen, they have that lot advantage, so let's just see if they can do something with a lot. But Heise doesn't have that AOZ. So he might get taken down, but he is surviving quite a lot for now. But Fei is always there, but damage is not going to be enough, as Keroro still trying to provide some visions. Johan is on a really good spot for now. He might be able to take one of the members down. Immobilization onto Masara, but he will escape for now, as tier 2 has been taken down by Evergreen.
Even the holy defense won't be staying intact. They should be focusing onto the top and bottom lane as of now. They are even going for the invasion. That's the Astrorical to secure it. Meanwhile, on the orange buff, okay. Oh, Flicker Bobby coming in with the master up. Bobby will be securing the kill onto Dash. I don't think that overstaying was good enough for Team Evergreen Sports, especially Dash. He is a marksman. He should be playing very safely.
So let's just see. Ori Sports, they are on the back foot right now. Evergreen doing really, really good. Really good with this draft, especially the only thing the only thing that could be more good for Evergreen is a Dash with more Sky Piercer stack. It could have been really good for Evergreen, but still, Ori Sports, they are doing kind of good. But I think this a lot I think this the only thing that's lacking, I think, from our
Oh,
esports is they can't team fight really well with this Feifeng constantly poking them, because as we've seen that Feifeng constantly pokes them away, which really makes it hard for our esports to engage onto the team to commit onto team fights. So I think it's gonna be really really hard for our esports to win team fights. But with as the game progresses, as Masura becomes more tanky, I think it's gonna be easier. But can Evergreen win out this game before our esports hits their power strike? That's gonna be the main question in this game.
yeah, and question remains in this comment as well. किन लाइक नगरेको हँ 532जनाले हेर्दैछ 345 लाइक all right. Anyways, that was a short message for our lovely viewers, and thank you so much for being there. I love how you are supporting the tournament, and yeah, thank you to the mountain as well. The turtle, the Lord is about to spawn here in the land of Dawn, and they are getting poked. It was a point offensive. The Master Rap is getting caught. That's will be securing the kill. And they are falling back. Yeah, there's the outnumber situation. Gonigon is splitting on the bottom side. They have the chance to take down the Lord.
I think they really need Polygon if they want to win out this team fight, because as we can see, the damage is not enough for our esports, because Mazurab did quite tank a lot, especially with the help of luck, but still the damage, Bob was not able to provide the damage, Yahiko was not able to provide the damage. I think all right sports eventually they will need Gonigon to join in on the team fights, because Gonigon, I think he has been farming quite a lot, and he has, I think, he 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 has some crucial items he needed to engage onto team fight. So let's just see if RI Sports can defend this or not. As RI Sports, they are really far behind, and Evergreen, they are playing their cards really really well. They are just poking them away. They are just before a team fight start, they are trying to dish out as much damage as possible and trying to burst one of the people so that it's gonna be really really good. Heise is in a really bad spot. He might get taken
Ooh.
down.
Yeah, he got taken down right before the march of the Lord from the mid lane. But still, they might be able to penetrate through the base of the team, or I suppose maybe they will be able to take down some few inhibitors. Yahiko seems to be in a really good position right now, but he want to be able to gank. He want to be able to go through the backline. Okay, Lock seems to be getting low on HP. Carol will be facing lots of damage, but well, it might be a good time to disengage as they have already made it to the base. They have already taken down mid lane inhibitor.
So let's just see. Mid lane inhibitor it hasn't taken down, which is gonna be really really good big for Evergreen right now. But Masurab is getting for quite a lot. He might get taken down. Keroro is getting some damage from going on as well. But still, Keroro being Uranus, he will heal out that damage as well. So Alright Sports, they are really on a back foot right now. But Evergreen, they have that advantage, and they are trying to win out. They are trying to push out those advantages as much as possible. And Johan with 203 KDA is playing really, really well. He is targeting the right targets, and he is doing really, really well. And Fei Feng, he is the start of the show right here, because he has been poking the right target. He has been poking the right. He has been dishing out a good amount of damage onto Log or onto Bob, so that it's gonna be hard for our sports to fight onto. It's basically it's our sports is getting second thoughts whether to fight or not because of the poke from Fei basically.
Yeah, and as the game goes on by, his burst damage, his poke gonna be even more hurtful. Look at the damage. Okay, it didn't connect. Gonigon will be able to evade it. But yeah, if it had hit... Oh, another flick with the rapid rod. But Gonigon is getting mad. He was trying to go for aggression. As he saw no chance of him surviving from that situation. All right, and Rafaela was ready. Locke was ready to, with his holy resurrection, by the way.
Yahiko was trying to get in some angles as well, but knowing Yahiko Evergreen instantly they went for a reason. Where is Yahiko? Faping never came back, never came onto the mid side. Knowing Yahiko was always gonna be there, so he stayed top. So Faping couldn't die. So, but still, they are still looking for some kills. Maybe Bob is looking for some kills on the mid lane, but they will lose out on this lot, as lot has been taken down by Johan for the side of Evergreen right now, and it's looking really grim for Ori Sports to defend this lot, as they don't have that much high ground defense. Yes, Gonigon has some sort of defense, but still, it's not gonna be enough, and especially how you say with that AOZ, it's gonna be really, really scary. And Johan with constant engagement, that constant huge burst is gonna be really, really hard. And Fei Feng with long range poke. This slot, this slot defense is gonna be really hard for our iSports unless they mess up this lane synchronization.
Yeah, and looks like the bottom lane isn't synchronized as of now. The Lord is marching from the mid lane. Maybe they are trying to commit with that. Lord Master Up is already getting low HP. Well, Master Up will be able to follow back. Even the holy, sorry, the this Spirit couldn't connect there. We can see Yahiko with the shadow kill, but instead he'll be getting killed in that gank.
But still, they are trying for it, at least taking another init turret for now. But Gonigon with that beautiful defense, he is doing really good. But a lot of Brad comes through. Masterab is in a really bad spot. He will get taken down. Three of them, matter of fact, three of them gets taken down. I think it's going to be a GG well played for Evergreen as they have the advantage and they are trying to push this advantage right now. Bob and Gonigon still trying to defend this, but I don't think they can defend as Gonigon is the only surviving member. But lots of minions are there, and Dash is going to target that base as well. And Aura Esports lose out first their first game, and Evergreen wins out their first game. So congratulations to Evergreen. They will win out their first game of the day.
Oko like. Walker, say Toko like. Toko like. Can you?
Sorry. Throw a like.
No, Toko like. Okay, let it be.
All right, I told you guys. I told you guys about the clean. I personally love that pick because I'm also clean main. So yeah, I guess maybe the MVP is a Paypang, but I just do appreciate the clean pick. Even though, like, in the end, at least they played very well. Oh, my bet was wrong. In this match, I also betted for them. All right. So the most.
Oh, kill participation 100%. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
And yeah, he was all around. He was the one. I think he is the carry of the match. I mean, he should be the one who has dealt the most damage in this game. That's my guess.
Yeah.
I think Evergreen, we doubted their draft. Especially, I was doubting this Clint pick, but Clint did really, really good. I was doubting this Isis got it Kacha pick, which did a lot of time, which did really good as well. His tankiness was really, really good. I think what RI Sports didn't do right good was basically they were overconfident, I guess, because that early kill from Johan, especially that early mid lane kill onto Bob was really, really good. And that mid lane duo, especially Locke and Bob, was way too squishy for their early engages. I think that was another issue. What do you have to say, Walker?
Yeah, but I'm gonna also give credit to the clean, especially the burst and the crits from the clean, especially the late game. Those extra bullet bursts quite enough for them to pull things up to their favor. And also, I just love the Paypang's Navaria, the way he just played. Even I just missed few cents, maybe 10 or 12 minutes of the game because I was a little bit off from the game. But whenever I just saw the game in the very last moment, I felt like, yeah, they could have been give a comeback. I mean, the Evergreen, I mean, the Aura side. But in the very end, they just, maneuvered the situation and went for the first win in this best of 7 round. But yeah, as you just asked my opinion, I just do appreciate Paypang beside Clint. I love that. The carry was even the carry is the Paypang 83, the Navaria. I was little bit worried about the Navaria's pick, even quite questionable in my opinion. I said I'm in my opinion, but like in the end, they did it. I love that the way they played.
Yeah, that was a really good match. And I think Timor, I suppose they kind of shouldn't have, forcefully picked that profile at just to ignore, I mean, just to, just not to give it away for the team Evergreen Esports. Okay, Anyways, you can keep on participating in the giveaways. You can check the pinned comment section. But before that, we'll be having a very short break before the game number
Yep.
4. This is the best of 7. While the team, or I suppose, they still needs 2 more win. While the team Evergreen is supposed they still need 3 more wins. So the night it's gonna be really long. So prepare for the night. We'll be back
Yep.
after a very short break.
The night comes alive.
Killing spree! Hold on, Uranus! Pasha! We need you!
Divine judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil!
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Farza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Yi Shin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
So, welcome back after a very short break. We are back again, bringing you back the Monsoon Siege. It's the grand finals of the open category where the team Aura Esports are facing against the team Evergreen Esports. Aura, they have already won two of the games, and team Evergreen Esports, they have won once. So, yeah, we can see the team Aura Esports, they still need two more wins, and team Evergreen Esports, they need three more to win this whole tournament to be the champions of Monsoon Siege. And once again, me as a host, I'm Sudhan Rai, and from Bangladesh we have Walker Mahmood, and from Nepal as caster we have Seige, right? So Walker, how well are you liking the matches in between these two Nepali teams?
Obviously, I'm enjoying this match a lot, especially the Aura Esports. They're showing their aura, and also the last game, the Evergreen side, they were amazing. Even they some way or somehow they just managed to pull a victory. That was awesome. I really love that. Even I do really support the Aura Esports because I know every single players and I've been watching them from 2022, and still they're kicking things off. I'm the same way from the very first day. I love that team, and yeah, I do enjoying this game. But yeah, from some corner of my heart, I do expect like two more wins for Team Evergreen.
All right, all right. So Suyoga, the way the team Evergreen Sports came back in the game number three. I mean, yeah, that was the total one-sided game for the team Evergreen Sports. So watching that game number three, do you think the team Evergreen Sports they can win more against the team? Alright Sports, do you think that they have found the key to the victory against the team Alright Sports? How are your expectations for the rest of the matches, rest of the games for this matchup?
I think RI Sports the only issue was I think their draft was way too one sided. I guess their draft was really good because but they couldn't do anything with that draft. But on the other side, again without it their drafts, but they pulled off really good. That constant poke from long range and that constant threat of getting ganked was really good. So I think RI against RI Sports, I think what they Evergreen needs to do is just play the same game, right? And the constant poke, that early game pressure from Evergreen was really good. So basically, if Evergreen, especially on this meta as well, the one who wins that early game basically wins out the rest of the game if they don't make any mistake. I think that for Evergreen, I think that's the key to victory. They just win out the early game against RI Sports. By picking strong picks basically who can fight or really good in the earlier stage of the game.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was the case for the game number three. Let's see if that's gonna be the same story for the game number four, five, or the following matches. We are really hoping for the best of seven tie-breaking game in every tournament, in every grand finals, and that's how the grand finals is gonna be very interesting. Many viewers might even claim it as a scripted match, but who cares? We need the competition in our South Asia region. We need the slot, and for the slot, I think even the community have to support it. You have to like the stream. You have to increase the viewership of the stream. Please don't forget to like and share the stream to your friends. And obviously we also have something in return for you guys. We have lots of giveaways, 5,000 worth of diamonds and 15,000 worth of skins giveaways. We even have some contests in the social handles of MLBB Nepal and MLBB Bangladesh. You can make some clips and post in the MLBB group for the participation of the contest. You can even take part in the quiz contest and lots of event going on in the MLBV social handles. We are currently watching the grand finals. We also have the grand finals for tomorrow, so don't forget it. We also have the female category, by the way. Don't think that it's over today. We also have the female category finals tomorrow, which is also best of seven in between the team Limelights. Sorry, team Badda Sports. I mean, we've been seeing that lineup in Limelights, and that's the instinct. We are used to call them Limelights, but they are Badda Sports, and they are fighting against the team Wonder Girls. So once again, Walker, coming back to you. So you also watched the match against in between the team, other teams like September 9 and even more teams from Nepal. So how well do you rate the other teams of Nepal? Were they enough to enter the grand finals? Maybe they had some some minor mistakes that they couldn't join the grand finals.
September 9 is one of them, first of all, that I would say. Though they made a lot of mistakes, which is not minor, that uh, September 9, yes, obviously, they could have been the position that right now, the Evergreen is right now. So they they could have the chance to make that far, even instead of having Evergreen in the final. So yeah, I would say September 9 is one of them. And other teams, I'm not quite sure about them, but like I do love the Divas, the way they have played. Even they totally kicked off two big women team from
Yeah.
Bangladesh. Even in the very last in the very last game, I mean the Badda Esports versus Vanquish Vencera. I was a little bit confident on Vanquish Vincera, but in the very last moment, they just, kicked them out from the tournament. So yeah,
Mhm.
if you just want me to rate, then obviously I would love to rate for Team Aura Sports. I rate them 10 out of 10 because they're in the final, and even like we all know about the Aura Sports, especially the players. And the second position, yeah, they're already playing in the game, or Evergreen, and the third position, obviously, it's just a casual, simple thoughts, just nothing so suspicious.
Yeah, talking about the Vancouver Finns here, I really like their Novaria. Even better than the open
Novara.
teams. Any open teams, the Novaria of the
I
Vancouver Finns here,
like their
that's on the
marksman,
top.
I also like their marksman. Even Vanquish Vincent, their marksman is amazing. Even global level marksman. As a girl, she played perfectly in the game. Even the way he played every single marksman, like I saw her playing Claude, I saw her playing Beatrix. Even I also saw you that you were paused a lot on her Beatrix gameplay. So yeah, that is quite a plausible. So yeah, I just do love the way she play. I really appreciate her gameplay.
Yeah, anyways, we are already into the game number 4, guys. This is the game number 4. Aura with 2 wins and Evergreen with 1 wins. The first pick's gonna be Uranus. Okay, first pick. Uranus's first pick. How do you rate it, Suyog?
I think it's a really good pick. That tankiness from Uranus as well as that vision giving capability from Uranus is really really good. I think Evergreen, if they wanna pick out the page from Aura Esports, I think that this is a really good chance to pick them Barats and a Matilda, because Matilda is still open, and with Barats we have seen on game number 1 that it is really good Matilda with that Barats as well. So they can pick out that Barats and Matilda, or they want to go for, if they want to go for any other picks, they could still go for that Nolan, which was really really good on the hands of Johan. So let's just see Barats. If they want to pick, I think they could pick Barats, but they can still, if they want to pick on they want the game number 3. If they want to go back to game number 3, they can still pick Novaria and Barats, but they opted to go for Hayabusa themselves, which didn't quite work out for Aura, but maybe Evergreen can make them work.
All right, all right. That didn't work for Team Aura, but well, let's see. That's gonna clear out all of the doubts. I was watching in the comment section. Someone was talking, bad about Hayabusa, and some peoples were actually supporting the higher. Yeah, lots of people seems to be confused about if Hayabusa, the tone down of the ultimate damage, is it worth it? The tone up for the Fiscal 1 and 2, was it worth it? Everyone is in the confusion, but let's see Evergreen Esports if they are going to prove it or not. But they are with really aggressive approach here with So and Hayabusa. Wasn't expecting that at all. They are leaving out all of the, good options, or we could say the typical option in this meta. They are leaving out on the Barrage. They are leaving out on some, huge tanks like Belleric or Atlas. So how do you, I mean, do you like the approach from Evergreen Sports Walker? What do you say?
Yeah, I do love their approach. Even like Soyok said, like some of the people saying like Haya is not gonna work, but yeah, maybe they can make him work in this game. So still, oh,
All
all right.
right.
So we're yes restarting the game, right?
Yeah, that was very suspicious, by the way. I was thinking like we can enjoy a very interesting game here right now. But okay, seems to be there's some issue in the game, not in the game, but in the network. All of the ISPs in Nepal, they are having problems. Sometimes I'm getting disconnected.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm not sure what ISP. I'm not gonna advertise any ISP, but Suyok, he seems to be having a really reliable internet. I'm gonna ask him in person, but because he's really having a really great ISP. But rest of us, everyone is having the trouble.
Mm. By the way, what is ISP?
Internet service provider.
Oh, internet service provider. I'm just being dumb.
All right, all right, all right. We usually call him with ISP. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a habit here in Nepal. And yeah, so Walker, do you think your favorite pick, Lancelot, is coming home?
Mm, I would love to see that. If if Yahiko goes for Lancelot or Johan just go for Lancelot, I'd be happy personally. Like I do love to see Lancelot in the game, especially the way Lancelot moves. I still feel like people say he's not good for the meta. Even recent Lancelot is just take quite long time to get pumped up, or even the power spike that hits hard in the late game. And in some cases, if you are far in farm, and if you die a lot of times, then that's not gonna work with you. Even you're not getting a power spike in the late game. But still, I do feel, I do believe, with Lancelot, you can easily turn over the game. You can turn the table to your favor. Yeah, just love to puncture through the front laner and just go and grab the back lane. So there is a strategy, like you're not gonna get immobilized whenever you have the thorn rose, and I want to spare the rose to everyone. Yeah, whenever I just feel that way whenever I play Lancelot, rose for everyone.
Mm. Hitting for everyone.
No, rose for everyone.
But Walker says it the other way. Okay, so Suyog, the picks. I mean, that's obviously going to be changed by the way because we had a technical issue. In the game number 4 just right now in between the draft, but we could see really interesting picks over there. If that was the real pick, if it was really the Hayabusa, and so do you think the team Evergreen Sports could have made it to the victory? I mean, how well do you think that they would have in perform with those kind of picks against Aura Sports?
I don't know. I think it could have been really hard for Evergreen, especially with So, because Cho is somewhat of a pocket pick right now, which is not in meta right now. So they really, if they wanted to make Cho work, I think they really
Sure.
needed a really good early game hero. Especially they need a really good hero which can pair up really good with Cho. So that could have been really good. But I don't think Cho was supposed to be picked especially on the first stage. Unless you are really good, unless you are like some here, like if for example Yahweh, I think yes it could work, but I don't think it could have worked. So I think that show was a really questionable pick, as well as Hayabusa, because we saw that Hayabusa was struggling in game number 3, and picking that Hayabusa, maybe it was a statement pick as well. And I know I know how to use Hayabusa, so I let me show you how to use that Hayabusa. Maybe it was that statement pick, but it was a really questionable pick. Yes, because lots of heroes, especially if you want to go through meta, there were lots of heroes which is open, which includes Baras, which includes Matilda. So it was a really questionable. So I think if I think they wanted to pick at least Baratz or Belric, because which is a really good pick, which was still open. So I think they could have picked those. So they should, and I think they wanted to pick those two, but due to some technical issue, I think wound up with Hayabusa, which is like Kai is maybe one of the most picked heroes I think in previous seasons. So let's hope the issues is solved as fast as possible, because I can't wait to see these two teams clash, because these are two teams are doing really good, especially Evergreen. Consider the fact that Aura Sports was favorites to win. That game number 3 was like a landslide for Evergreen, which shows that Nepal has potential on other players as well. So which is really good to see, basically.
Yeah, it's like a sir. I can't wait. Walker, I mean, how? I mean, do you? I mean, I'm really sorry. I mean, I can't wait. Even Walker can't wait. We know that there are lots of frustration in the comments. Yeah, we know. No one can wait for that interesting match. It's grand finals, right? Even the production team and all of the teams working behind the scene, they can't wait for this match, for this game number 4, by the way. But what
Obviously.
can we do about the technical issues happening right now? It's
Yeah,
not like
electronic
we are,
support.
asking them to wait or anything like that. So please, everyone, I'd like to ask you to be, understandable enough to comprehend the
Yeah.
situation going on right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's electronic sports. Esports means electronic sports. So yeah, that does require good internet connection, cables, everything. So anything could happen whenever you're just playing esports games. So we do apologize for that and hold your breath. If you want us to sing a song, then we can sing a song. Sudan, can you sing?
No.
Yes, you can. You know
Wait,
what?
wait,
Like
wait, 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 wait,
you have a
Walker.
lot of friends.
Just
You have a lot of
just
fans in
observe.
PD.
Just observe the situation. Okay, observe the environment here. Who do you think can sing here?
So you cry.
Yeah,
So you
look
cry.
at those two guitars. That's the thing that tells Suyag Rai he can sing. He can sing
So
really
you
well. In fact,
cry.
I've seen him singing in his YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's also guitar behind him in his room.
Yeah,
So
not
go on,
one.
sing a
That's
song.
two of them.
Yeah, rich people, never mind. Two guitars. Yeah, go on, Susan Siog. La 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 la. Go on.
One of them it doesn't have any strings, by the way. The one of them
Oh,
is
never mind.
broken, and one of
I
them
guess
I
one of them
haven't.
works, right? Just go on.
One of them I haven't touched that guitar for like how long? 6 months maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we
But I
have
don't,
to
I don't
wait.
want, I
Even
don't want to play guitar. I just want to talk MLB right now. This is an MLB stream, obviously. So I just want to
yeah,
talk MLB right
just
now. I just
bring.
want to talk
Listen to
about
me.
players right now. I don't want,
No, no,
I,
Siog,
I,
Siog,
I don't
listen to
want
me.
to, I don't want to sing or I don't want to do anything right
Listen
now.
to me, Siog. Just bring some heroes and sing like this. Oh my carry Lancelot.
I
Whatever.
can make songs right in the moment.
You
I'm
go
not
on.
that
Go on.
talented, to be honest.
Go on.
No, no, no. But I really hope that this server issue really fix itself up, because I really wanted to see that game number four, because that game number four could have been really really good, especially consider the fact that game number three, that momentum from game number three was on the hands of Evergreen Esports. I thought that Evergreen could do really well in game number four, but obviously due to some technical issue, I couldn't do anything. I can't see that game, so I'm really really disappointed right now. But I think our viewers are really disappointed as well. But due to the fact of the server issue, I think we really apologize. We're really sorry. We can't bring the game right now because
Yeah.
it's because of the server issue, I guess. So
Yeah, Walker, what? You know what?
What?
You can't force him to sing. You can.
Yeah, I
I
know
mean,
that.
we too can sing, because okay, that won't be having any issue about the copyright. But if he sings, that's obvious that this channel is gonna hit with the copyright.
Yeah, that is the reason why Suyuk just keep talking about MLBB and trying to hide.
All right.
But anyways,
So
yeah, go
yeah,
on, go
Walker,
on.
go on.
Now I was about to say we are not authorized to sing here, but we can do one thing. If you want to comment, if you give us some valuable comment, though this comment which we can read, then definitely we're gonna answer. I'll try to answer in Bangla. Sudan or Suyog will try to answer in Hindi or Nepali, whatever. You guys can do some comment. We can read that. I guess we're gonna go for a break.
Yeah, but until that break gets over, you can browse the channel, browse all of the past live stream of this channel, and like that stream. That's gonna help boost the community. But yeah, we'll be back after a very short break. The very short break, which is gonna be
Here's the break.
okay. I'm not sure. Let's get
বিরতির
over
পর
it.
আবারও ফিরে আসছি বিরতির পর আবারও ফিরে আসবো মনসুন সিজ দাও কেটে দাও কাট অফ দ্য স্ক্রিন
Killing spree.
lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil.
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout pushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off, then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked, attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition. Follow up with his first skill to slow and reduce their damage. Then immediately cast his ultimate and let the team clean up. Now, let's talk matchups. Kaja does well against carries with no mobility skills, such as Layla, Ixia, and Vexana. Once he flies in and lassos them, there's no hope of escape. He also pairs well with allies with AoE, like Odette, Barza, and Ixia. Kaja can hold enemies in place while they pile on the damage. The perfect set! Now, if you're up against Kaja, remember that while his ultimate can't be purified, heroes with mobility like Kagura, Yi Shin, and Suyo can still dodge it with a dash. To play Kaja at his best, go for a sustain and poke playstyle. For Kaja's build, Rapid Boots helps him get around the map faster, and Thunderbelt is great because he can quickly get stacks from his AoE basic attacks while soaring, making him more tanky while boosting his damage. Oracle boosts the healing from his first skill, improving his sustain so he can stay in the fight. We recommend the support emblem for Kaja for more survivability and movement speed. Choose Flicker as his battle spell and combo it with his second skill to drag enemy carries from further away for allies to blow up. For players who enjoy fast, aggressive roamers like Khalid, Hilda, or Marcel, Kaja offers that same fast roaming and in-and-out teamfight playstyle. Give Kaja a try and rule the sky. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. The revamped Kaja arrives on August 5th. Get his commandment skin for only 51 diamonds. And get Kaja at 30% off during launch week.
Divine judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil.
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout bushes, recover HP, interrupt recalls. Kaja can now fly into the enemy jungle like a true fearless roamer. From a short dash to full flight, Kaja's second skill is a highlight of this revamp. Kaja dashes to the target area before entering the soaring state. While soaring, Kaja can fly over terrain and his basic attacks become AoE. In this state, his second skill's cooldown is shortened, and hitting an enemy hero with it reactivates his soaring state. So don't panic when a melee enemy is on you. Use the terrain to your advantage to block off pursuers. Kaja's ultimate received the biggest change, from solo gank to a setter's dream. Kaja's whip now lassos an entire area, trapping enemies inside. He can then drag them along while the lasso tightens. Since the ultimate has a cast delay, timing is key. Aim for the enemy carry in the backline. For Kaja's skill priority, if the team needs fast wave clear, pick up his first skill first. To invade the enemy jungle and apply early pressure, go with the second skill first. Prioritize upgrading the first skill afterward in either case. For combos, try out these 2. In the laning phase, use Kaja's first skill to poke and recover HP. If the enemy engages, use his second skill to take off. Then kite with his aerial basic attacks. Kite when attacked. Attack when they're out of steam. For initiating teamfights, use Kaja's second skill to soar. Use the terrain to reposition.
Well, welcome everyone to the Monsoon Siege. You are watching the grand finals of Monsoon Siege Best of 7 series. And once again, me as the host, Sudan Rai, with you and with me, we have 2 casters from Nepal and Bangladesh. We have Seige Rai from Nepal and Walker Mahmood from Bangladesh. This is the game number 4 in your screen. On your screen, okay, and we can see Alright Sports being on the blue side and Evergreen Esports on the red side. I think we already have some few bans and picks going on here. Okay, Khalid. Okay,
This is signature.
that haven't picked after a long time, a very long time.
Yeah.
So Walker, let's starting with you. How do you rate the picks of Alright Sports? Let's start it that way.
The Sandman, the Holy Man is here finally in the land of dawn. Yeah, I love this pick. Out of the box, if anything just came out of the box, I do appreciate that. Sometimes it's good to not to go with the flow. All you just need to do, go for your comfort zone. Maybe sometime it does bring something good. That is what I prefer. Not every time, because in this situation, doing this type of crazy stuff against the one of the best team in Nepal. Oh, all right, never mind. Aura is doing that thing. Okay, so I'm changing my word. Never mind. I was
Lots of
supposed to say it was
jungle
getting
picks
my
haven't
Evergreen.
panned out. Well, we can
Yeah.
see Pakito. Okay, he can be flex in the jungle lane. We can see the Nolan. We can see the Suyo there. We can see Ling, Eason Sin, Hirara, and Fatty getting banned out. So, Suyo, what are left in the table for the jungle lane?
Lila.
Ooh, I think here Nolan is a really I think Nolan is the only pick that's left. That's really no. Nolan is
No,
also
he
banned. So
have been banned out.
uh, I don't know. We might see a different kind of jungler right here. Maybe Lancelot. Walker could be really Walker could be really happy if they pick a Lancelot right here. But I think there are lots of heroes. There not lots of it. Basically there are non-heroes left in this meta, which we can see. Maybe no Suyo is also banned. So I don't know. What are your thoughts, Walker? What do you think is gonna get picked in the jungle?
I
Are we
guess they
gonna see
heard me.
assassins and or tanky junglers? Maybe.
The lineup the Evergreen have right now. Yes, they might go for a tanky jungler, but still, I do believe in Yahiko. I'm watching since a very long time, for a very long time with Assassin. All right, there's plenty of options he has left, like Barat. Okay, so Barat is not banned yet. Barat could be a very good choice. Basha, Akai, you know,
Oh,
the
hardly. Yeah.
Mr. Prizarat. Also, the Phaetron. Yeah, never mind. I was almost forgot his name. So yeah. Ooh,
Focus.
Oh, well, that's
that means
work really well against the composition which have equal to no stuns. Right now, if we see the team Aura, they only have the stuns coming up from the Sandman, the Khalid, and against those kind of lineup, Lucas is very good. And with Matilda on, that's gonna be the cherry on top. So once again, Evergreen Esports, they are looking really strong in this lineup, and I think we are gonna have really great match in this grand finals. Cassius, take it over.
yep.
Okay, so as Sudan said, it's gonna be really interesting match for me. Aura's draft is all about early game aggression, right? Because with Khalid and Lilia, Evergreen has to brace for save that early aggression coming in from Aura, especially with that Harley as well. They will be looking to take some creeps away. They will be looking for to take some fights, especially in that earlier stage. So Evergreen, they have to be really, really careful. They have to play with their pokes really, really good. They have to play with their heals really, really good because they, in terms of long run, I think Team Aura Sports, in terms of long run, basically Evergreen has that advantage if the team fight extends to a very long time period. But if Aura Sports just goes in, takes some that, gives some damage, and just bam 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 retain it gives out a lot of damage, I think it's going to be really good for Aura Sports. But if Evergreen play their cards right, they can really dish out a lot of damage without getting to without having to fight any of the fights. So I think it's going to be really good. So let's just see. Already, as I've said, Aura Sports already with that aggression.
All right, all right. Already invasion in the buff and the Evergreen side. Let's see. Slashes are coming on. In the meantime, guiding wiggle by luck, I guess. No, it's not luck. It's definitely haze. Already there was about some few clashes between these two teams. They already invaded the jungle, the Evergreen side. All right, so Mosher in the meantime tried to give a little bit poke to the tree. Balric and Ori also there here in the blue buff. Like, they're just totally invading the buff. Astral Recall. Ooh, look at the damage to Mosher up. That was a perfect one.
So let's just see. Already they are trying to dish out as much as damage as early as possible because they know, because if this game goes to later stage, Aura Sports is gonna have a really hard time. So
Yep.
knowing that Aura Sports is still trying to extend that lead as early as possible, Master Up already trying to do some damage. But the advantage that Evergreen Esports has is this Matilda, that shield
Yep.
and that heals. That constant poke from Aura Sports is not gonna work as long as Heise is always there with that heal. So they have to Aura Sports. Yes, they can dish out a lot of damage early, but Aura Sports has to respect the heals coming in from
Ooh.
Heise as well. So Feifeng already on almost onto level 4. Master Up already on level 4. So this is gonna be the first turtle of the game. So first turtle, Aura Sports, if they play their cards right, I think they have that huge advantage. But let's just see how Evergreen responds to that damage coming in from Aura Sports.
Yeah, definitely. And the turtle has been spawned in the land of dawn. And let's see who can just give the hell of a turtle dance. Astral Recall, Wrath of Dryad, but unfortunately, nobody home.
Okay, that's gonna be huge. This is a burn down for the side of Evergreen Esports. So let's just see. Gonigon is also there. Some reasons providing in from that Astral
Here we
Recall,
go.
so let's just see. Immobilization on to lock. Yahiko secures that turtle for now, but on the other side, Johan is in really bad spot. Johan might get taken down. Yes, Yahiko is gonna
First
be the
blood.
one who will take that kill for now. Meanwhile, on the other side, Master Rap takes another kill as well. So this is basically a really good start for or I suppose what they wanted, they got that. They wanted that early game aggression, they want that early game kills, which they got in that early stage. But Evergreen, they have to respect the damage coming from or I suppose, so they just don't have to keep out too many kills because they can play out that late game, they can play out that they can play out this slowly. But or I sports, they're just doing what their team com is supposed to do, right? They are invading, they're trying to force those early team fights. So that is really really good from our sports. But Evergreen, they just have to wait it out. They just have to give less skills and less and farm as much as possible if they want to win out this game. So this is going to be an interesting match. We can already see this is going to be an interesting match. So let's just hope Evergreen can do really good. Meanwhile, Aura, they are just doing what they're really best at.
All right, so look at the level ranking by gold, and Yahiko is taking the lead. All right, so Masharov is in the charge, and already Luck trying to make position in the fight. I guess there will be no fight. Gonigon taking the lead for the gold. 2.9k gold is ranked up high. Also, there's a huge land cut between Belric and Masharov. Okay, Astral Recall, but unfortunately there is no one. Well, so right now, I would definitely say the way the Aura Sports started the game, they just started very nicely. 2 kills in a row, and also damage deal that is coming off from Masher Up. 14,000 damage came from his side, and that is what Uranus does in the early game. The second turtle is about to spawn in the lineup zone, and the damage taken is Kororo, 21k. Took a huge chunk of damage. And also Hazy, I guess that they're deadly magic or something like that. Oh no, never mind.
So
No,
yeah,
maybe.
Hiko already on level 8, looking really really good for all I sports, but there or Evergreen,
Oh.
they are still trying to take some damage, dish out some damage.
Struggling
That's
Eagle.
taking some damage, but still it's not gonna be enough. Meanwhile, on the other side, Peiping almost gets taken down, but still survives for now. That deadly magic damage is not gonna be enough. Keroro is still trying to zone off the members. Johan trying to damage in some as well. Locke still trying to dish out a lot of it, but it's not gonna be enough. Meanwhile, on the other side, that taunt was really good, so Gonigon is gonna get taken down. Meanwhile, on the other side, Master Rap still trying to kill some damage. Dash might get taken down. Yes,
Oh.
double kill goes to Master Rap as Keroro might be the next one to fall. Yahiko is still trying to
Oh,
dish
what
out
the
damage, but
hell?
it's not gonna be enough. So it's gonna be a 2 for 2 trade, and
Yeah.
Turtle is still up for grabs.
Yeah, but I just love the way Masharov is playing this match with the Uranus 3 kills in a row, giving a hell of a chance once again. Circle legal, but not enough to take down the walking fountain mountain, whatever you just call. Astral Recall once again, nobody home. Bob just destroyed the tower and focusing on the neutral objective. And in the meantime, Masharov just trying to grab the early game against the Evergreen. And the rest of the team just focusing on the neutral objective. Maybe the bad part of Gonigon, if I talk about just picking up a Grandeur, still he just died one single time, and that is the bad part of having Grandeur. You know, like don't lose, don't die too early. It could be hazard for you. You know, just whenever you're just playing Grandeur, you have to focus on you are not dying. Not only that, but also you have to focus on your Sky Piercer stack building up. So yeah.
I think the thing Evergreen is lacking right now is the damage, that consistent damage onto Masarap,
Yep.
because all the Evergreen has is the huge amount of burst damage. That burst damage, if somehow Masarap survives, it's gonna be really hard to use. But now Yahiko secures that turtle, and they will just get out for now. And as I was saying, oh, on the top lane, Dash gets taken down, so huge win for the side of RI Sports. And so Evergreen Sports, as I was saying, they don't have that huge reap kind of damage, so it's going to be really hard as the game progresses. And if RI Sports starts snowballing, I think it's going to be really hard for them to damage Master Up. So as you can see, Master Up takes a lot of damage, but no, it's not going to be enough so to take him down. And they are looking for this mid-lane tier 1 turret for now. Lock on the outside, zoning to the rest of the people away. Keroro trying to dish out some damage away, but it's not going to be enough. And some recalls for the extra emotional damage as well. But Evergreen, they are on the back foot right now. But Evergreen, if they somehow manage to make it to the late stage of the game, maybe they can do something. And another thing is Gonigon still yet to have that Sky Piercer stack. If Gonigon starts getting that Sky Piercer stack, I think it's going to be really, really deadly for the side of RI Sports.
This Masharov is everywhere. He is everywhere, literally. Like, just mocking every single player of Team Evergreen. He's in the mid lane, he's in the top, he's in the bots, even he's fighting like a celestial warrior. And that is what every Uranus player should have done whenever a Uranus player just hopped up into the game. I just really love it. Moving on to the itemization, Hunter Strike, alongside with the Sky Piercer. That is what you just told us. Like, yet he need to stack up his Sky Piercer. Yet he need to do that. Unless you just go for the 40 or 50 stack, Granger is not worth it in the game. If you just go for the 60 stack, maybe 65 or maybe 55 above, yeah, it could put some damage, to the Evergreen side. And I guess that is what he's just willing to do right now. Stack up his Sky Piercer, then just, charge with the Rhapsody, that Sonata. So there's a basic strategy having a Granger in your team. So the damage deal still marched up. Oh, 40,000 damage, which is huge damage deal. And Kiroro as a tank, making the second position. Lilia should have been in the second position, but unfortunately, he's down to 3. So we're having a technical pause. Whatever the strategy is, Soyog, the way they're playing, focusing on the objective, controlling the snowball, taking it to the favor. I just do appreciate our esports strategy, the synergy, the tactics, the taking every single lanes, took down mid tier 1, also tier 1 from the both side. And I guess tier 2 from the bot side is about to get end. I love their strategy. Even they're also leading on the gold.
Yeah, the team of Esports, they went for a very aggressive approach. They didn't let the team Evergreen Esports make their move. By the way, when they have the Lucas, Lucas is very kind of tricky kind of a hero. He needs to have those, rays or something like that to fill up before he pops up that ultimate, and it should be used very wisely. Otherwise, you can mess up the whole team fight. So maybe that's the reason that they were probably not making it to the perfect team fight. The team Evergreen Sports, they are losing in every aspect. I mean, the team of Esports, just right now we could see they were taking down the turtle on the bottom side of the map while they were taking down the Bass, the goal laner of the team Evergreen Esports on the top side, and they even took down lots of turrets already in this game. And with this composition, yeah, they have a really aggressive composition. This one mistake could have been a very fatal thing for the team of Esports, but they are doing it. They are looking out for those oddly aggression. They are executing it perfectly, and they are, winning everything. The team Evergreen Esports, I don't think they have that much of late game insurance. What do you say, Walker?
Yeah, obviously, like if I just talk about. All right, so if I just talk about the Aura Sports lineup, like they have the completely early game lineup, and so the basic strategy is just go for the hyper offensive and in the game as early as possible, because with the proper stack like 60 above or 70 above stacks, so gradually in the late game is just completely trash. You can even just take a just small chunk of HP to cleanse, and you just can easily just get beaten down by Clint in the late game. You just no need to go for the Sky Piercer, though this Clint still have a Sky Piercer in his slot alongside with maybe Hunter Strike or maybe just go for the Blade of Heptasis, but still Granger with a proper stack in the late game, no match against Clint. So yeah, also the Yahiko is playing Harley, and if we just see the rest of this team, so we just completely your early lineup, and in the other side, in the Evergreen, they just completely have the posit. Like they have the Clint, and also Lilia could do a lot of damage in the late game with a proper itemization, a complete burst, Bob. So, yeah, like just go for the early finish up.
Yeah, they should be. They should be going for the early finish. But even if they couldn't go for the early finish, I don't think the team Evergreen have that kind of late game insurance for the comeback of this game anymore. Yeah, Lucas, he is kind of a peak or kind of a hero who can turn the tide of the game. But let's see if that will be in the case in this game because, or I suppose they have very mobile jungler like Harley, who might get caught up, but he can escape really easily. And we can even see the Lilia with the purify spell. She can also escape easily with the black shoes and the purify spell. Erased, yeah, Gonigon, we have seen him playing with really good positioning. Let's see if he'll be caught up in those kind of battles. But yeah, in this game, I could even see a little bit of, a weakness in the paving, by the way. He isn't being able to poke him that much if we compare it to the game number 3, by the way. He was very precise. He was very aggressive in the game number 3. If we look back, it could be because of the team RI Sports with the aggression in this game. That vaping isn't in that very comfort zone to poke out the opponents, the players of Team RI Sports, in a perfect way.
Yep. Still, we're stuck in the technical pause. And as I told you guys, it's electronic sports, so totally reliable on the internet connections and the cables and all. So it could happen anytime. And just, like we do apologize for that. And I guess, yeah, the time is up, so we are back in the game. And this is game number 5. I guess this is game number 4, maybe. Yep. This game number 4 is going on in the Land of Dawn. Evergreen Esports versus the Aura Esports.
Yeah, the game is back in line. We can even see the invasion going on from Yahiko onto that purple buff of Johan. The deadly magic onto Johan, and he is already getting low on SP. He is forced to fall back. Face of the players are also really pressurized. Flipping seems low on SP, and with that pressure coming up from all our sports, they might be able to take down few more terrorists of Team Evergreen Sports.
Absolutely, and they're just so conscious about the neutral objective, and Gonigon went for the Blade of Despire, the most expensive item in the Mobile Legend, like most expensive physical item. So right now, so this just also took down the TR2 from the top, from the bottom, never mind. So the securing the objectives, they're just quite fine with that, Team Aura Esports. And yeah, as I told you, the way they're playing.
Oh, certainly Eagle, they're playing it aggressively. Johan is going with the Beast Unleashed. Well, but he's getting low on SP. Seems to be low on SP, and that's the shockwave. He will secure a kill onto Gonigon, and he is looking for more, but before that, yeah, he could face the kill onto Johan right before the Lord apples the Lord respawn in the Land of Dawn. Yahiko looking for another trade before he goes for the Lord, but maybe Evergreen Esports, they want to take down Yahiko.
The bad part is, like, you took 2 kills, but that doesn't matter, you lost your jungler. The precious role in the NOBB, like, the role that really controls the whole game, even, just gold, not only that, but also the every single thing just depends on the core. So yeah, that wasn't a fair trade enough by losing a jungler. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit it wasn't a good trade at all.
Okay, I think Evergreen is supposed to have slowly finding the comfort in their lineup, I guess. The way they kept the pressure on the mid lane, they tried their best to take it down. But well, let's see if that happens in the Lord fight. Not top lane is already pressurized by Yahiko, and we can see the itemization. Well, most of them are with half itemization to be precise here. Heise already getting zoned out by Master Rap. There's the Astral Echo opening up the vision. Circling Eagle once again, and they are already jumping into the Lord Pit. Yaiko already zoned out. Maybe Johan is still trying for a lot. He will secure it, and they are falling back. Hero all alone. He might get taken down, and we can see Master going in. Gone will secure a kill onto Kero. Warriors race to the players of Team Evergreen Esports. They have managed to fall back.
Oh, that should have been a perfect astral recall, but in the very last moment, he just missed his target. That was bad. All right, so our Lord will approach from the top, I guess, maybe from the mid, if I'm not wrong. But once again, the trade is not equal. They took down the tier 2 from the mid.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, I was confused because of that skin of Khalid. I'm not sure because I couldn't see the Marshall in this game, right? But he was stuck there. I was thinking, why is he stuck there? But he was regenerating by eating sand, that classic joke of Khalid.
Yeah, classic joke of Khalid, like eating down sand. Slashes are coming on. Okay, Payback might be in trouble. Circle Eagle, even the guiding wing will save him. Be able to survive the fight even once again. Might be Astral Recall, but no. That is the best part of having, just hazy, just say Payback from a dead zone with the guiding eagle. That is the best part of having, a Matilda in your team.
Yeah. And he even got to poke those huge damage. He even forced out that Black Souls from Bove. And that could be a huge resource, but that's already back. It's cooldown. And with the itemization of Bove, okay, the cooldown isn't that much of issue for Lilia players.
Absolutely, and once again, there would be intent from the Team Oro side to take a fight. All right, Circle Eagle once again. Gave me a hell of a chase, but not worth enough. Here we go. Picker has been popped up. And Johan might survive the situation. And in the mid lane, Yahiko just trying to give a little push, a little poke in the mid tower. End of the Nexus. The Inhibitor tower is only left from the mid side. And, you're just losing access from the mid if you just lost the mid lane. So that is the basic problem of just losing out the mid lane. You're gonna lose the map access. So yeah, that is a bad part of Team or Evergreen side. And our Esports, by taking down the TR1 and 2 from the mid, now they could just easily control the whole map.
Yeah, okay, Keroro trying to open up the vision. Once again, there's a Circling Eagle, but Johan, he was with the Guiding Wind. But he couldn't initiate the battle. Well, that could be the team decision not to engage in that battle anymore. The Lord has spawned in the land of Dawn. The top lane seems to be in pressure of the team Aura Sports. And if someone pops up there, but okay, they have Matilda. They can be in the Lord fight. Keroro is slowly opening up the vision. There's locked zone of the players of Team Evergreen Esports. Master Up is getting down. The Swan is vaping, won't be able to hit him. Johan secures the king. Now 4v5 situation. Keroro once again with the rapid drive, which won't be connected to anyone, by the way. Circling Eagle once again, and they are zoning out the players. Keroro will be taking down Broadway. Yaiko still secures the line, and they have the Lord for this game.
Oh my god, that was a picture perfect. Like that is what we can expect from a world-class player. Like, once again, you just proved that you were a world-class jungler from the side of Aura Esports out of nowhere. Yeah, Hiko just seeked the Lord, but unfortunately not worthy enough.
Alright, they are chasing down the lock, but okay. This seems to be retreating for now. Yeah, Hiko is missing at the moment, so maybe they weren't trying to force it out to chase a lock. He might be, leading them to an ambush. So, vaping once again. The damage won't be.
It's done.
Okay, that was inevitable. His death was written in the fate. Okay, once again, the fight having started. Heise looking low on HP will have to fall back forcefully. The top lane There's some minions, but that won't be enough to take down the inhibitors.
I love the line, the way you say the death is written on his fate. Nothing you could do about that. Whenever your fate is being decided by your opponent, and that is Aura Esports. So yeah, this little mid lane, and that could be a little bit troublesome for Team Evergreen because they lost the mid lane once again, giving a hell of a vision by Paypang. That is a tough condition right now from the situation. Like, if you just talk about Team Evergreen situation, like you just lost the mid lane, man. Now you're gonna lose the access.
Yeah.
Definitely the access given taken by the Team Esports. And like in this game, they're not even aggressive, but I do admit the way they're playing this game is so combined. Totally a combined. They're not engaging too much fight. Even in some cases, they lost two or maybe one hero, but they're winning the lane somehow. They're taking the favor to their own. I love this synergy. I love these tactics.
All right, Johan, with the Hunter Strike being completed, let's see if he'll be able to dish out huge burst damages. Yeah, he called it being. Oh, but Seige is all alone. There won't be any follow-up. If there was, maybe they could have committed for that kill onto Yahiko because the Lord is about to spawn in the land of Dawn.
Yeah, that was something that, like, lack of follow-up. Okay, so Bob might be in trouble, but not enough. Giving a chase. Okay, flicker it. Try it. But unfortunately, just only one managed to, like, kept inside the Wild Wrath of Dryad, giving a hell of a chase, trying to force them to get retreat. And yes, they retreat nicely. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one from Team Aura Esports side. Like, that was a quite unnecessary flicker, and Wrath of Dryad came from Belric, not worthy enough. Even if you just only managed to get Lilia, whenever you just already know, like, she has a black shoes, he could retreat anytime she wants with the black shoes, with the ultimate, with a very low CD. So yeah, that wasn't a good decision from the roamer Kororo was playing the Belric. Like, I'm just witnessing a couple of few mistakes, like small mistakes that I'm making in this game from the side of Evergreen. Like hopping up out of nowhere, unnecessary engagement. Even like whenever you're just giving a chase to the jungler or maybe the potential kills, you're just going for that. Your team is not following you up. Like we saw, right? So then just haste, just give a chase, circle legal, but unfortunately there was no one to, like give a chase.
Once again, he is opening up the vision. Okay, Lock, he's zoning out. I say there won't be any Stalking Eagle, any kind of, guiding wind. Okay, they have already been zoned out completely. Keroro might fall as well. Polygon secures the kill onto Keroro. Now they are left with four of the players. Okay, that's still not the enhanced lord. By the way, there's gonna be another deadly magic onto Dash. But okay, even though it's not the enhanced lord, how likely are they to in this game with this lord?
Yeah,
Walker.
there was a possible chance. So then, like, they could have ended this game with the Lord. Maybe they should, if they just engage a perfect fight, like by the help of the Lord and Sand Rush, or even if Master managed to, isolate their back laner in the middle of the fight, then yeah, there could be a chance for them to end the game in this in this rush with a Lord rush. So yeah, I do believe there's a possible chance, but don't forget they have the clean. With a decent KDA 1-2, White got huge burst damage by his own. All right, so Blade of Despair. All right.
Oh, Dash is already falling. Oh, but he will.
No, no.
Lord is surviving, even though he went into the base. That's a rapid ride for the disengagement, but they don't have much of the high ground defending capability. But the Lord is about to get taken down. They are focusing onto the minions, but another wave of minion approaches the base of Team Evergreen Esports, and I guess that's it. Mega kill for the Gunny. God is looking for more. They are spamming recall as they will be taking down the game number 4.
Yeah, congratulations to Team Aura Esports, like the way they have played. In some cases, I just felt, yeah, the way they're just playing. Maybe they're not winning the team fight. Maybe they're just not taking the kills. But some way, somehow, they are controlling the map winning the overall situation by securing the neutral objectives. I do appreciate this game, the tactics, the synergy, whatever it is. They're just lacking of the kill, but in the end, they managed to pull it off. So here we go, the most valuable player from the side of team. That is our Yahiko, never mind. Yahiko, the Nepali boy. You know, the golden shining pearl, gold pearl of Nepal. Yes, the glory. That is Yahiko.
Yeah, well, that's Yahiko on the MVP screen with that Harley, even though the jungle pool were completely drained out. There he is with Harley once again with MVP. No matter how much you ban for him, that's not going to be enough. And that's the proof here on your screen. Well, looking at the overall stats here, we can see the automation, and most of the automation were already completed from both of the sides. Though we can see huge difference in the gold. The automation is almost complete for the Team Aura, all of the players of Team Aura.
Yes, definitely it is. Like, I guess there's just one more game for both of the side, if I'm not wrong. I mean, from Aura side, they just need one more game, right, Sudan, to win the tournament, if I'm
Mhm.
not wrong. So Evergreen side, it will be do or die situation, obviously, because they're just one game behind to win the tournament. And yeah, so before starting the draft, or maybe in the before we just dive into the main section, I would say this match, Ganigan was a little bit dull. Maybe the range guy, but unfortunately, the gameplay we expect from Ganigan, so he's just quite unable in this match. But still, he was a rage guy, and I do appreciate his gameplay. The carry is from the Bob, and Wingman still the Bob got the total assist. Yeah, that should have been go for Mr. Sandbag. I mean, Belric.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Unfortunately,
obviously.
that is our Lilia.
Yeah, Lilia was, very annoying for Keroro, or else, they could have been able to compete even more in those team fights because, while they had the Novaria, which is really good with the poke, but, well, Team Aura, I suppose, they are with two pokes already on your screen. That's the Granger, who is also really good with the pokes. He was poking down those squeezes of the team Evergreen Esports, while the frontliners were being poked by the Lilia Bobby. And that's how the team Evergreen Esports, they couldn't find the comfort during those Lord dances, turtle dances. If I remember correctly, the team, or I suppose, they had all of the turtles in this game.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, we'll move on to our game number 5, and it will be a do or die situation for team, you know, Evergreen Esports. If they fail to win, then it's all done. All right, so we're into the drafting section. So starting things off from the side of Team Aura Esports, they just banned out of Fanny, which is a very good ban because maybe Evergreen side they're also Fanny player. If I'm not wrong, Yuhan could have go for the Fanny, so they just not let that open.
Yeah, let's see. Once again, they are banning out the Fanny, even though, I don't think Aura should be banning out the Fanny, if I have to say. Oh, all right. I'm not
Maybe.
sure. They are still banning out the Fanny, even when being on the raid side. Okay, I'm not sure exactly because
Like,
Evergreen is supposed they should be the one banning out the Fanny. They have been banning out the Fanny, but if we talk about the team, all I suppose I don't think they will be banning out Fanny. Yeah, yeah, we,
yeah,
we know that Johan plays Fanny real well.
yeah. I guess it was a glitch or maybe something like that. But yeah, whenever we saw a Fanny ban from the Evergreen side, that's completely fine. Because we all know I have been witnessing his Fanny gameplay or Assassin gameplay. I mean Yahiko's gameplay since for a very long time. It's been 2022 and it's 26. Still 4 years. Observing his gameplay. He's good with every single assassin. So undoubtedly, if they just banned out of Fanny, Hayabusa, or Isan Shin or a couple of other assassins, that is just quite fine. That is something that you should do. Um, Whenever Yahiko is in the rampage mode, when Yahiko is in the charge, so you must need to go for that kind of ban. So this is quite obvious to have that. And also Johan is also good. That you just mentioned, Sudin, Johan is also fine with the Fannies or even other single assassins. So yeah, we are back into the draft once again in the Land of Dawn. And here we go from the side of our esports. We are seeing Marcel alongside with Hirara. And in the other side, there's a Fanny and Matilda, which is quite obvious, man. So common.
Yeah, that's the typical meta bans right now in this current meta.
Mhm.
All right, so Evergreen Esports, they are banning out the Melissa, which is also really good, which might mean that they might go for the Paquito is their first pick. All right, that's why the team Aura Sports, they are banning out the Paquito right now in the first pick for the Evergreen Sports. What do you expect, Walker?
From the side of Evergreen,
Yeah, Evergreen Sports.
they could have go for Barats or maybe Barats is a quite good option. Paquito.
Mhm.
Oh, Paquito is banned out. Banned out. Never mind. Melissa is banned out. So Belleric could have a very good option. Oh, Uranus. That is
Right,
just
both of the teams, they are contesting too
that
much
is
for
perfect.
Uranus. Yeah,
Yeah, that is
in fact,
perfect.
they can have the access, they can kind of control one side of the map, and that's the similar mechanics coming up from Aura Sports with that, with those you know the traps of Selena, they can have the vision of one side of the map. And we all know C is really aggressive kind of pick, still be controlling one side of the map, especially the mid control will be most of the time. If some team have the Selena, they'll be getting the mid control early on.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, there's a Belleric, and also alongside with Belleric, they're just pairing things up with Selena. Uh, we saw how bad she could be in the mid lane with abyssal trap and arrows, and quite able to open the map, get vision, or maybe he just could be a little bit cunning whenever you were just farming, and a single abyssal arrow, a trap could eat your buff. So yeah, Selena could be cunning, Selena could be dangerous, Selena could be, quite able to open your map. So Selena is everywhere. If you can play well, if you just if you're just so confident with Selena, there's a lot of things to say about him. The Bezel Queen, never mind. So Yuhan with the Eastern Shin, I love that pick, and also Yahiko with Nolan. I do love this pick.
Yeah.
Personally, I do love to see every single assassin that just get played by Yahiko. I do appreciate his every single assassin gameplay. So done.
All right. So in counter of that, Nolan, I mean, what could Aura ban and what could Evergreen Esports pick? So yeah.
Hmm. The main issue I see here is Bob on that Selena, because he has been playing really, really good, and I've been saying that Bob is really, really good on that Selena, especially with this comp, which can really
Mhm.
dish out some really good damage on the earlier stage with this Nolan, with this Belric, that early constant engagement. I think this goes back to game number 4 where Aura won that last game. That Aura, that game, they were aggressive early game, and this game too they will be really, really aggressive. What the Evergreen has really good this time is that they have that good scaling capability. But Aura Sports, knowing that, I don't think they will leave that room to scale for Evergreen. So I think it's gonna be really hard for her to win out against Aura. But still, two of the picks are yet to be revealed. So let's just hope that Evergreen does a really, really good pick in this last two picks.
Mhm. Definitely. And whatever it is, like they're not going for the high DPS marksman, I guess, because they already have the opponent, they already have Belric. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm loving it. out of the box something. Oh, also
Mhm.
Carmela, mommy. He's here in the lineup. I just love to see Carmela, and I was thinking about Carmela. Just guys, just trust me. In my inner mind, I was like thinking to see a Carmela, and unfortunately, here it is. I don't know. Like I'm just becoming psychic, or maybe Mr. X, whatever it is. Like whatever I'm just thinking, it's just happening. I also thought, just having a thought about Lancelot. That is the only thing that didn't happen here in this match. All right.
This Carmilla looks really, really good, uh, especially with that alt is a Novaria can dish out a lot of spread damage as well. And whereas where Aura, where they really need to clump up, if they clump up, I think it's gonna be really good, really, really good for Evergreen.
Ooh.
And with that, Lapu Lapu, Evergreen's draft is not gonna lie. The first three draft was really, really good, but I thought Aura's draft was better. The last two pick really helped them uplift the draft. I might even have to say so. Aura as well as is really good so far. That their Roth, especially with that recent buff, is really, 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 really good at dishing out damage as well as for that sustainability as well. So let's just see. This is a really, really good draft. Not gonna lie for both of the teams. The only age I see is Bob is on that Serena. Not gonna lie.
Why you guys are so black? Like I can't even see you guys. All right, all right. So here we go. Luck. Ooh, a Claude.
Mm,
Definitely, it'll
it's
be a
good.
hell
It's
of a
good.
game. It will be a heck of a match between these two teams. Evergreen versus Team Aura, like the most famous team in Nepal. They're about to make history in this game. If they lost, I mean the Evergreen, it is all done for them. You have to be happy with the second position. And if Aura wins, once again, they will be the victorious. And let's see which team has the last laugh.
This is turning out to be a really, really good match. Let's just see if it's gonna be Aura's final, Evergreen's final game. No, sorry, Aura's final game, or Evergreen is gonna extend this game or not. Because this draft, it's really hard to predict who is gonna win, right? Because
Obviously.
Bob is on that signature hero as well as Evergreen with that really good draft. That Carmilla pick is, yeah, I think it's gonna stand really, really well. But catching on it's gonna be a bit hard. Not gonna lie with that lots of mobility as well. So let's just see.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
on the top lane on the EXT lane, I might add Masura can really win out that lane, especially against this Uranus because of that early penetration. So let's just hope that Keroro doesn't win out that lane really early because Masurap is gonna bully Keroro a lot this game.
Absolutely. And that being said, don't forget that we have a huge giveaway. If you're lucky enough, then you could win a lot of diamonds. And here we go, a pistol trap, unfortunately, but he just missed it. So anyways, if you're just lucky enough, then you could win a hell amount of diamonds. So just watching the stream, all you have to do is share the stream publicly in your timeline and mention your 5 friends and spam your EYD. And I just say, if you're just lucky enough, then you could have a chance to win some diamond just only watching the game. We have a giveaway every single time. Our moderators are just working hard to pin down the announcement, 15,000 diamonds worth of skin. Could you guys imagine that? It's a huge chance for you. Just comment down below your UID, and if you're lucky enough, then you could win some diamonds. So it's all about Evergreen Esports versus the Your Esports, the most famous team in Nepal. The Nepali Giants once again facing in the land of dawn. And from Castle Desk, I'm your Walker Mahmood with Miss Siog Ryan, host Sudhan is here.
Okay, so
So
speaking of draft, I really want Hoise to pull off a really good ultimate this game because he has that potential, and especially with that much amount of damage coming in from Aegon, if they are able to scale that, Carmilla's ult is going to be really, really crucial. The only thing Aura's esports can answer back is with this Belric, because Belric with that Wrath of Drat can really mess up that engagement coming in from Evergreen. He can really soak up a lot of damage with that Wrath of Drat, as well as he can basically re-engage with that Wrath of Dread as well. Evergreen can engage, but or I suppose they can re-engage with that Wrath of Dread. They can basically nullify the engagement coming in from Evergreen. So or I suppose they have the tools and they know how to use it as well. But Evergreen, if they play their cards, if they play their drafts right, I think this is gonna be a really good match for Evergreen as well. So let's just hope both of the teams. Whoever wins, let's just hope that they will give us a really good match to watch.
Yeah, as a caster, we do expect some good matches. Like, we would love to see good competitive games, and yeah, and I do also want that Evergreen give a hell of a fight against Aura Esports, like focusing their synergy, their tactics, something something out of the box, something new out of the box, especially with the Aura Sports, because not only they're just facing in the final, but also they have faced each other a couple of times in the early stage of this game. All right, so there's a fracture to secure the jungles, and in the top side, all right, so Kororo, Mosher up, took a little bit with the Astral Recall, did a little small damage, took 20%, and here we go. The buff has been taken down. And Yahiko just trying to get himself level 4. And in the goal lane, there's a cat and mouse game going on. Bit of, like clockwork. Okay, some on the shot.
Yahiko,
Might be taken down. Yes, taken down by Johan. That was a good start.
That was a big pick. That was a big pick for Evergreen Esports right there. Let's just
Oh.
see, and they will extend that lead with lots of engagement as well, lots of trying to take that top lane small creep as well. First turtle has been spawned. Yahiko is up for that turtle fight. So let's just see who is gonna take the first turtle of the game. Already, Johan is gonna start this turtle, and Yahiko and Versatility are just gonna go away. I guess they don't want to fight this turtle. Locke is still trying to go in maybe, but Johan, yes, will secure that first turtle of the game. Locke might be in trouble. He does have that flicker just to get away, but I don't think he will get. I don't think he will use that flicker because yes, Bob was dead. But on the other side, Gonigon wins that 1v1 really good. But oh, that was a really good snipe from Feifeng. So it is turning out to be a really good game. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, if you just if any of you guys just working with the clips, then you guys can take the clip and put it on TikTok. And I guess there's also competition is going on in this
Exactly,
tournament,
yeah.
in this event. Like, if you just make a good video, it could be a montage, or it could be like picture perfect moment. So yeah, it could be a moment for you. Like, just cut up the clips. The way just Claude died with the Astral Recall, he just aimed with her ultimate and just aimed out of nowhere. I just really love that,
Exactly, that was a really good. That was a really good Astral Recall. Astral Recall, right? From
Yeah, Astral
our
Recall.
Feifeng.
Mountain
So let's
Shocker.
just see our Evergreen Esports. They are still trying to extend that lead for now, but Heise might be in trouble as there was a beautiful engagement coming in from Block, but the
80.
damage from beautifully placed Heise's ultimate and that snipe as well. As I said, Heise's ultimate, that Blood Curse is gonna be really crucial, and we just saw an example, that burst, that distributed
Yeah,
burst
this is
coming
the
in from
early burst.
Evergreen.
Yeah, this is the early burst and the basic strategy from the Evergreen side. The lineup they must have to be so aggressive, like the hyper offensive gameplay they're just providing right now. So yeah, this is the basic strategy for them. Otherwise, they're just quite unable to approach Team Aura Esports. If they just don't play like this, if they don't be aggressive, then there is no chance for them. Like, if you just let Claude farm in the late game, you are just getting doomed. Alright, so here we go. Mountain Shocker. Luck might be in trouble. Astral Recall and Apang with the perfect snipe and took down very nicely.
Okay, so still it is really looking good for Evergreen Esports. That he says Curse of Blood is point on, and they really need that curse. They need that Curse of Blood to extend their lead as well. Yeah, yes, and they are trying to steal that orange, but they will mirror that by stealing, I think, that top lane
Itemization.
orange buff as well. So Evergreen, they are playing the drafts really good. They know how to win out this game. Especially now, Aura Sports, they will have to think about whether to engage or how to engage or not. Because we just saw an example on how Heise can do really good. But on the bot lane, Gonigon uses the racing to it. Dash might be in trouble. Uses the flicker just to get away, and that was really well played from our Dash. But I think they will lose out that bot lane tier 1 turret.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, on the mid lane, they will. No, I don't think they will do anything for now, but they will lose out that bot lane tier 1 turret for now. But as I was saying, I think Aura Sports, they have to be careful on whether to engage or not, because Heise is always going to be there with his ultimate, there with that curse of blood, and they can really re-engage as well. I said that Aura Sports has that really good re-engagement capability, but we just saw an example of how Evergreen can re-engage as well. Evergreen has that engagement capability and that
Shocker
re-engagement,
once
especially with that
again.
Heise's ultimate, but
Cars
two-man gets
block.
connected.
And here we go. Once again, the vision and Johan took down Lock once again. Lapu also took down another one. So 2 kills in a row. And now they're just taking the mid lane. Feels like they're gonna end the game very soon. The way they're just playing, the totally aggressive gameplay is coming on from the Evergreen side. I loved it. I'm really enjoying it a lot. Fracture, but not enough to Corolo. Taking down the TR2 as well. So let's have a look on the itemization so that I could discuss a few things. Okay, so first things up. Alright, so DHs are coming from Cloud, which is a quite. He just took too much time to make the first item DHs. Going for the Trinity, obviously. And the second
But
item will be
minutes
Blade
in
of Blood
just
stuff,
4K.
Golding
6
stuff.
minutes, 6 minutes in just 4K is not. It's not looking good for Gonigon, right? Because
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
6
That is what I
minutes,
was talking about. You know,
he really needs that Swift to build as fast as possible, because it's looking really bad for Aura Sports. Meanwhile, on the other side, Evergreen, they are really happy with what they have right now. They just need to wait patiently, because on the as the game progresses on, they have that in they have that advantage. And yes, Claude is gonna be really hard to catch. Claude is gonna dish out a lot of damage, but still they have that advantage of that re-engagement. Is that they have that advantage of long range, especially with Feifeng as well. So it's looking really good for Evergreen. All they have to do is just play it safe, play their play their drafts right, and they just don't overextend, because Evergreen, we have seen that they have the tendency to overextend as well. So let's just see what will happen. Two-man Mountain Shocker right now, but it's not gonna be enough. But there goes your Johan
Oh,
as
no.
well. Two-man gets immobilized, and two-man gets dead as well, as Bob and Locke is gonna be the one to fall. Gonigon still using Daisy Duet just to escape, but I think he will escape for now, but still that stun connects. Gonigon might be in trouble, but on the other side, Master might be in trouble, as well as Kero is gonna be the one who is gonna take that kill for now. So it's gonna be 1-for-3 trade. Johan gets taken out, but still I think Evergreen is more than happy.
you're just completely fine whenever you have a Claude in your team to secure the late game, like, you know, the late game insurance. Once again, the Beastle Trap and Arrow connected very nicely, but not enough. All right. Okay, so Lava might be in trouble, just barely survive with 30% of his HP. Yeah, our esports, like Gonigon just struggling hard to get some farm, and then he just took down the red buff, because, you know, like, Yahuka felt like she's just quite unworthy to take the red buff, and, you know, like, it's 8 miss running in the land of Dawn. So if there is anyone who could pull up the game against the Evergreen side right now based on this match, then definitely this is their marksman. I mean, Gonigon. He's the only peel. He is the only peel from their side who could cure the disease that they have facing right now, they have inside his body. So yeah, definitely he could be the late game peel and the late game insurance for the Aura Esports. So all they need to do to get patience for the late game, let Cloud farm and let him just done the job in the late game. Okay, Abyssal Trap and Arrow.
He will get caught for now. Kero takes that Abyssal Arrow for now, but they will have to focus on this Lord as well, as rest of the team from Aura Sports can't get in. Yahiko is still trying to get in, but Johan still takes the Lord for now. Yahiko sacrifices himself, but doesn't pay off for now. But Master Up might be in trouble. The storm gets connected. That's still chasing in, but Master Up will somehow survive for now, as he uses Tactical just to get away. On the other side, Bob is trying to clear as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, we can see that Gonigon is still trying to split push, trying to get some farm in his pocket. So let's just see. For now, I think they are gonna focus. They are gonna be focusing on this init turret for now.
Absolutely, and here we go once again. The Mountain Shocker, the hover under his leg. They will take a vision by Novaria. They will take the top lane. Yes, definitely they will. Yes, they did. And I guess slowly they're just losing the game. If they just manage to lock the base, I guess it will be enough for them to take the, maybe not. Okay, so Luck is there, Abyssal Arrow. Here goes the slashes are coming on. Wrath of Dryad, shutdown dash. Hazy is taking down. It could be their
It was a really
moment.
good defense. That was a really good defense coming in from Aura, but you can see the damage. Kero might be in trouble as he is in a really bad spot right there. Kero still doesn't have that purifies to get away, but Kero might be in trouble. They are still chasing in Law, but that was a really good abyssal arrow as well. Faping might be in trouble. Bob still chasing him down. Bob might take down one of the members, as two of the members might get taken out, as Kero is in a really bad spot as well. Kero is still going on chasing him right away, but on the other side, Johan is trying to end this game. Master Up tries to clear the lane, but for now, Bob is also there, so they will have to go back. As Aura Esports, they somehow defended, but Evergreen, they are relentless. They are trying to get as much as advantage as possible.
Absolutely, and if we have a look on the itemization, then there's a Cloud with the Trinity, and in the other side, just Lupa which is being a little bit tanky with Brute Force Breastplate, with our War Axe. The gold ranking is taken by Johan, the lead goal taker from the side of Team Evergreen Esports. And right now, once again, there will be a fight, and a Beazled Arrow just connected very nicely. Mobilize, Hazy, and Claude just desperately farming to get the perfect item that he needs to conquer the game in the late game. And I would assure you, they will face trouble if they don't end the game in between 2 or 3 minutes. Just write it down. I can bet on that.
His plot is getting really scary. They have to start respecting the damage coming from plot, as he has that Trinity. So Evergreen, they will have to, yes, they will have to try to end this game as fast as possible. But still, I think Evergreen are more than happy because they still have Johan as well. He is a scaling hero. At the same time, it's really going to be hard for Gonigon to target one member, as Faping has a lot of range. So Gonigon might not be able to get onto Faping. He might get out to Johan, but still it's going to be really, really hard. As another Lord has been engaged by Johan for now. Evergreen is supposed they have the clear cut advantage, but let's just see what they can do. Abyssal Arrow does not connect for now. Locke still trying to look for some engagement. I guess he's trying to find some angle. Going on the ball. Beautiful amazing to it. As the Lord as well. That was a beautiful engagement coming from Aura Sports. Especially, Matt, I mean, I have to say that Gonigon was that was a really good engagement from Gonigon as well. Kilgore might be in trouble. Dash uses that stun just to get away, but he gets stunted back in as well. Gonigon still trying to dish out some damage, as Kero might be the one and who's gonna be next one to fall. As yes, Kero might falls down as well, as Dash is the only one remaining, as they are trying to look for the end, but I don't think they're gonna end right here, as 8 seconds for Faping, but still they have to clear out that minion. So somehow they clear out that minion as well, but Faping will be respawn for now. Let's just see. Dash trying to chase Yaiko down, but for now they will go back for now. But Basura might be in trouble. Johan has a really good damage for now. Isaac gets stunned, but they will have to move back.
Like, that was a picture perfect Abyssal Arrow. Like, whenever in the lot dance, whenever you just connect the Abyssal Arrow with the trap, and that was the momentum, that was the painting from the side of Team Aura Esports. And with that Abyssal Arrow, Gonigon just hopped out of nowhere, executed a perfect blazing duet with full stack, and that was the painting from their side. That was a picture perfect painting. I just sometimes just get out of the word.
I think that was a really good engagement. So, or I suppose they have come back. They have taken that mid lane inhibitor for now. So that is going to be really, really good for Aura. I suppose they were lacking behind, and that Abyssal Arrow as well as Blazing Duet came into clutch, and they have equal out that golden deficit for now. So not gold deficit for now. So let's just see. Evergreen, they had that advantage, but that advantage, it's looking really, really slim right now for the side of Evergreen. Meanwhile, on the other side, Aura, they are slowly but steadily coming back, and might even have to say that they are climbing back. So let's just see what will happen for the next few minutes, because it's looking like it's going to be a really interesting match. But they are trying to go on to Yaiko, man.
Like it's been like a hell of a match between this Nepali giant Evergreen Esports versus Aura Esports. They're just fighting for a very long time, and once again the Abyssal Arrow just felt the threat and jump out of it. Now the big problem for Team Evergreen Esports, they lost the mid lane, and losing the mid lane means you were just losing. So once again the Abyssal Arrow, here we go, the slashes are coming on from Bob. but unfortunately not enough to take down the Lapu Lapu. The bravest warrior might save the day. Here we go, the slashes are coming on. Ooh, the fracture, here we go. Yeah, Hiko took down the dash. And once again, Johan is also taking down. Might be in trouble, and double kills in a row. Easy is gone. It could be the end for Team Aura Esports. Never mind.
This could be the end as or
Yes,
I
it is.
suppose they are approaching the base vaping. I don't think he has that enough lane clearing capability. So they are recalls have been started. It has been started by Aura Sports, and I think they will win this game with a 4-1. Team Aura Sports will win out this tournament, and congratulations to Team Aura Evergreen. They gave out their best, but still Aura wins out.
Aura showed their aura.
Yeah, congratulations, Team Alright Sports, for winning out the Monsoon Siege on the open category. We still have the female category left for tomorrow. We would like to invite everyone in that tournament match as well. I am sure that everyone will be there. By the way, in this game number 5, Team Evergreen Sports, they did really well. Uh, the Carmilla was really a key for them. Gonigon being the MVP of the game, he was most of the time split. He was just focusing on his farm, and when he hit that, power spike, he joined the fight, and that's how he changed the tide of the game. The tempo of the game, the tempo that the team Evergreen Sports had in the early game, and that's the Gonigon who turned that tide against Team Evergreen Sports.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
like the MVP from the side of Team Aura Esports. And I told you guys, this Clot could be a huge trouble for Team Evergreen in the late game. The lineup they had, it was fine to play hyper offensive against the lineup of the lineup Aurora had in the match. But like some way or somehow they just failed to keep the rhythm for the very last end. The way they initiated in every single team fight, the way they played, the synergy, the tactics they have put in the game, the force they have put in the game, it was awesome. But in the very end, few little mistakes and
Mhm.
few little, outshot just totally uproot the game, and the victory goes to the Aura Esports. Like the very last moment, Siog was in the charge, and I saw like there Johan almost about to take the Lord, but out of nowhere, Bob just connected a perfect
Yeah.
abyssal arrow with the trap. And the very last moment, he just got the airborne, and in the very last end, Claude did the rest
Mhm.
of the job for his team. Boom, they got wiped
Yeah.
out, lost the mid lane, and the very second fight, they just lost it. This is completely out of the game.
Mhm. Yeah, in fact, for the team Evergreen Sports, the Carmilla was the key. The hyper aggression coming up from the team Aura Sports, I mean, most of the players were, they have to stack up together to, do the team fight. If we look at the composition of the Aura Sports, and that curse of blood was the exact key to the victory that the team Evergreen Sport should have. And they were doing well. In fact, in the first gang onto the XP lane, they had that 4 kills against the team Aura Sports, and they had that tempo for the for this game. But later, in the second lot of fight, I guess that's when Bob signed with that abyssal arrow. Even the
Yeah, that was
fight followed after that lot fight, he in fact, uh, you know, connected those arrow precisely twice in a row. Once to Das, I guess, and after that probably to Johan, if I'm not wrong. And those 2 arrow were the key to the victory. They didn't even have to wait for the Lord, I guess, to in this game.
Yeah, the last two arrow were the key of the game, and as I explained, the very last moment, whenever they took the Lord, win the team fight, get pushed to the mid, took down the mid inhibitor, so that was the main turning point, and they capitalized the moment. They create their own opening for the rest of the scenario. And yes, that was the key. So once again, congratulations to our esports, the same team. Once again, gains the victory against one of the most, I would say that definitely that's fine team. They win 2 games in a row against our esports, the most famous and well recognized, devastating team of Nepal. Congratulations that you guys compete against. You guys got the chance to compete against the great team of Nepal. They have a lot of experience. Maybe they've played a couple of big tournaments, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, they have the experience. So you just compete with the Nepali giants. So it's completely fine if you just lose. At least you guys gave the hell of a fight against them.
I think that was a really, really good game. We expected a really, really good game, and they provided a really, really good game. Evergreen, they were looking really, really good. They came so close to extend this game, but yeah, Aura being one of the best team, they came back. They came back strong. They came back stronger. They came back really, really well. So congratulations to Team Aura, Monsoon Siege. They have won out a lot of tournament, and they have pocketed another tournament achievement into their bag as well. This is going to be Monsoon Siege winner, which is going to be our esports.
Yeah, all right, sports. Once again, congratulations. But we still are yet to crown another winner of this tournament in the female category. The matches will happen tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. in Nepali time and 7:15 in Bangladeshi time. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow for another banger, right? It's gonna
Obviously.
be it's gonna be all about the team Wonder Girls versus Budai Sports tomorrow in the same time, same channel, and maybe we will have a few more casters, beautiful casters, female casters tomorrow. So don't forget to tune into the stream. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the same channel.
Absolutely. All right, signing out, Walker.
Killing spree. Hold on, Uranus. Pasha, we need you.
Divine judgment! Witness the power of pure lightning! All that lies below is under my vigil.
Still trying to reach your allies on foot? Still stuck navigating terrain when the fight's already over? From flightless bird to ruling the skies, the revamped Kaja can be summed up in 2 words: soar and lasso. Soar anywhere, lasso anyone. First up, Kaja's passive skill. We kept its paralysis effect and upgraded it. Hitting with Kaja's skills will slow enemies and reduce their damage, making it easier to pressure enemy carries. Moving on to his first skill, Kaja releases a ring of primal lightning, damaging enemies and healing himself. Scout pushes, recover HP,